up, everybody? Hello. Good morning. Middays with Marks on 97.5 The Fanatic. I'm your host, Midday Marks. Along with Midday Ray, we say good morning to Ray Dunn. Good morning, Ray.
Good morning, Johnny.
We say good morning to the number 2 today in the co-hosting chair. It's Midday Martinez, Jason Martinez. Hello, Jay.
I'm sitting on a booster seat. What the hell's going on here? My knees are in the desk.
So after we left, and I don't know, I guess it wasn't like this when you were still there, because you were here for a couple more years than I was.
Yeah.
And then we both returned at similar times. This whole studio thing is very weird. There's booster seats, there's hemorrhoid seats, there's cushions.
Colorectal cushions.
Every day when Bill Colarulo and Ricky come in here, there's this weird, where's the chair? And they're looking for their chair, and it's like a
assigned seats.
It's weird. Yeah. Before, you would just sit down, and you would put on the microphone. Now, it's like the chairs are different heights. There's cushions. There's everything else. I don't know. It's weird.
Well, we used to come in, there would be chips and hoagies everywhere, the stromboli. It smelled like a deli in here. There were times when we would come in to do the midday show after the morning show. These guys are very tidy.
They really are. They really are.
We come in here sometimes, and it was disgusting.
So I had said this to Anthony, and he tried to downplay it. I'm not even saying it was necessarily him, but when they used to do the meat locker, when Baldy would come in every week when I was working mornings. So Ray, they would take a slice of pizza. Baldy would treat, you know how dirty it is in here? Even if, John and Andrew keep it very tidy. It's actually as clean as I've ever seen it in here, right? But it doesn't mean that there's not bacteria. They don't wipe it down. They just don't leave stuff all over the place. This is disgusting. You wouldn't want to lick one of these counters in here. Baldy used to put a piece of pizza literally on the table. Like it was a plate. And dude, I won't even eat without washing my hands. I use sanitizer at the very least. I'm very conscious of having good hygiene. And in here, like you had said, there might be a Primo Hoagie over there. There's a meatball rolling on the floor. And by the way, when I worked at WIP during Wing Bowl, dude, seriously, I walked in and be like, I don't even want to work here anymore with this. People throwing up wings all over, wing sauce on the walls, and everything else. So, yes, it is not like that anymore, Jason.
Baldy used to eat a breakfast sandwich and uses the buns a chicken sandwich. Right? So that was the bun. He'd get rid of the bun. He'd take 2 Wendy's chicken sandwiches.
That's right. We had Wendy's as a sponsor.
And he would put something in the middle, but his bun was a chicken sandwich.
Yeah. True. So it ended up being 3 sandwiches.
And he'd just stick it right on the counter. He'd be slurping his coffee all over the place. He'd be flying everywhere. It was disgusting.
It's good times. All right, so
I'm not like a prude when it comes to that stuff. I got to,
Yeah, you would probably put pizza on the...
No, not on this counter. Not after seeing what this counter's been through.
Well, that's why you want to watch on YouTube. And we say good morning to everybody watching live on YouTube. Good morning. Make sure you're liking and subscribing and commenting and all that stuff. We need to get the subscriber up. We need the subscriber count up on 97.5. So make sure, even if you don't watch on YouTube, just subscribe anyway. It makes us look better. All right, but no, watch on YouTube. We have a community of chatters that are already involved going on. So watch on YouTube. Get the app. If you can't listen on the frequency 97.5, the Fanatic, WPN, Burlington, Philadelphia, then get the app. You can listen anywhere. All right?
Exactly.
Listen on demand later. Okay, so right off the bat, I'm going to give Sean Brace a salute because he said it yesterday and it got me thinking.
All right.
And now I'm furious, and it's why I have so much energy to start the show today. He said yesterday, you know what? That wouldn't it be nice if Nick Sirianni actually stood up and instead of poor Kevin Patullo, whose house is getting egged, and PennDOT signs saying to fire him, and websites being made, and really all the anger is directed at the quarterback. I feel like the quarterback's 25% of it, and Patullo's probably 60% of it, and then the rest of it goes to Sirianni, right?
Or spread out amongst everybody,
whoever else. But Sirianni isn't taking the haymakers that Patullo is, and now Hurts is starting to feel a little bit too. Wouldn't it be nice if the head coach, who's the freaking CEO, and his only job is to do this, is to say, you know what? I don't want to hear about Kevin Patullo. I don't want to hear about Jalen Hurts. I'm the head coach of this team. It's my job to figure this out, period.
Yeah.
Mike Gundy saying, I'm 40, I'm a man, leave my players alone.
I'm a man.
How about Nick Sirianni stands up and says, this is my team. I'm the head coach of this team. I don't want to hear, don't leave Kevin Patullo out of this. This is my offense. This is my team. It's up to me to figure this out. Leave Jalen Hurts out of it. It's not about Jalen Hurts. It's not about him. This is on me. Take your aim on me. Doesn't it seem like when he speaks, and he talks today, in a little bit later on in the show, in the 12 o'clock hour, and we'll bring you if he says anything interesting. Doesn't it seem like he almost distances himself from all the offense and from the play calling issues? Like, what do you want me to do? I don't call plays.
Yeah.
Well, that's a problem.
You're the guy who hired him. Yeah. Look, a lot of coaches, we saw Andy Reid do it for years. I got to do a better job.
Bam.
And I think that Nick Sirianni sometimes thinks that he's still kind of a player, not a coach. Like Andy Reid never thought of himself as any kind of player. And look, maybe Sirianni thought he was good enough to, play at this level and didn't, and got into coaching as his way to beat in the NFL. Understood. But you got to understand, you're not a player. You're not buddies. Right. You're the boss. You're the CEO. And a good CEO takes it all on him to take it off everybody else. Make me the bad guy. I'm the pincushion. It takes it off my players. It takes it off the coach that I hired. And ultimately, it is his decision. Yep. He's the guy that when it's good will get the credit, and when it's bad has to take the hits. And he does. He seems to shuck and jive the hits.
Or when they're good, he doesn't get credit, and when they're bad, he takes the hits. Sometimes that's the nature of the job.
Yeah.
That's what it was before he won a Super Bowl. It was whenever anything goes wrong, it's going to be Sirianni's problem. When they win, it's because of the players.
Absolutely.
Which is really unfair, but that's kind of the way it is.
That's part of being a coach.
It's the same thing with being the offensive coordinator. When the offense looks good, they're not going to give you a lot of credit. I mean, sometimes they'll say you have a great scheme and all this other stuff, but it's going to be the players. When you suck, it's going to be the quarterback or it's going to be the play caller.
They need the fall guy. It's an easy target. You can't fire all the players. You can fire a coach or a coordinator.
Right.
And you're right. He seems to have the ability to kind of, navigate these little slips to never have it fully fall into his lap and culpability. It's an art.
You said it, and it's so accurate, and we were talking about it yesterday as well, later on in the show, which is Andy Reid, as annoying as it was, he wasn't blaming the players. He wasn't blaming. Do you imagine if Marty Morningweg or whoever, and Andy called the plays, but you know what I mean, that if they were getting the majority of the crap, and when I tell you, forget about the egging the house part, which is everybody knows that's ridiculous. But just in general, the noise surrounding the offensive coordinator, it's unbelievable. It's unhealthy. I mean, it's crazy. And has he ever one time said, like, hey, enough of this. This is on me. Andy Reid would have done that in a second, would have put it on him.
In week 2, he would have done that.
He sure would have.
Or he would have repeated it every week.
Or he would have gotten rid of him.
Yeah. Yep. Andy Reid would have done what an A-level manager does. When you know a guy is not the right guy, you move on right away. You don't double down.
Or you say, you know what, I'm taking play calling back. He probably wouldn't say he was taking play calling back, but he would just do it. And then they would ask him about it, and he would downplay it and say, we're both kind of doing it or whatever. But literally, Nick Sirianni, and I'm curious if
it bothers me.
I am at a point with Nick Sirianni, and he's a Super Bowl winning coach. And he's had great success here, and the numbers speak for themselves. But when things go wrong, and he seems incapable of taking the wheel and saying, no, I got this. This is a really bad spot. Hey, everybody, listen, I got this. Put it on me. We're struggling right now. It's up to me to steer this ship straight.
Yeah.
And the impression that I get, and I'm wondering if people feel the same way, 610-632-0975. John Marks, Jason Bertitas, Ray Dunn, Middays with Marks. 610-632-0975. Text line, 610-632-0975. How I feel through this entire thing is that he's almost looked at like a defensive coach. And even a defensive coach would say, put this on me, I'm the head coach.
Yeah.
He actually does have power because he has an offensive background. But his background seems more offensive than offensive. Ha, ha, ha.
Yeah. The twisting words, but absolutely. And the thing is that bothers me is, even if it comes off slightly disingenuous, don't blame him. Blame me. Come out in a press conference and say, I understand the fans are frustrated. It's my problem to fix. I'm the one who's accountable. I got to do a better job. I got to fix it. I got to find the solutions. It's not on my quarterback. It's not on the offense. It's on me.
All right, so coming up, Bill Colarulo passed along audio where Nick Sirianni says everything starts with him. That's fine, but does he mean it? And how does he say it? I want to hear it.
Okay.
I want to hear it because
I haven't heard this, so I want to hear it fresh.
I listened to his press conferences. I mean, is that really the tone of the team, which is I don't want to hear about anybody else, this is me? With Andy Reid, it was on him.
It was clear.
And it was annoying.
Yep.
But it was on him. It wasn't on the players. It wasn't on the assistant coaches. It was on him.
Yeah, sometimes we have a thirst to put it on a player. That's fine.
Like the quarterback.
Like McNabb.
Which is like McNabb. Like the quarterback. And a lot's been going on Jalen Hurts this week and this cycle as well. 610-632-0975. We'll hear what Nick Sirianni said, and we'll go to the phones and the text board coming after this. Middays with Marks, 97.5, The Fanatic. All right, we're back. It is Middays with Marks on 97.5 The Fanatic. Jason Potatoes, Ray Dunn. As we are, is it Thursday now? It's a Thursday.
It's weird because the Eagles' schedules throw me all off.
Yeah, they played Friday, and then you had the holiday weekend. Now they've got to wait all the way to Monday.
Yeah, I'm all out of rhythm with this season, with this schedule of short week, really short week, long week, diet bye week. Like, come on.
Interesting. Are the Eagles out of rhythm with it?
I think so. I think players get into that rhythm of off day Monday, treatment Tuesday, and athletes are very regimented.
Yeah, you're right.
You throw them just the littlest of curveballs, and they're like, oh my God. They freak out.
Yeah.
Like NBA players or hockey players, if they don't like have their morning shoot around or their morning skate, it's like they've never played the sport before. And we're like, seriously? That's how refined you have to be.
Interesting. All right, Nick Sirianni on Monday. We started off. I was saying, how about I feel like that Nick Sirianni says, you know what? Stop talking about Kevin Patullo. Stop talking about Jalen Hurts.
Talk about me.
Talk about me. Here's Sirianni on Monday.
I do believe that both of them are different scenarios. You know, it was a change of play caller, but slightly different, particularly on the offensive side. And so it isn't just one person. It's the ultimate team game. And so, like I said, we're working through everything. I have a lot of faith in all the players. I have a lot of faith in all the coaches. We gotta execute it better, and we gotta scheme it better. They all can be true, and we gotta call it better. It's every area that we need to improve on. That's why we always say we look internally through all these things. And like I said to you guys, like, if all that's not gelling, that to me, that's on me first. And it's my job to do whatever I need to do to help get it fixed. And that's what we're working on right now.
Yeah, that's not, sorry, Bill Colarulo that's listening out there. That's not him standing up on the table and saying, put this on me, leave everybody else alone. This is my problem.
Because the whole first part of it, he spread it around like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. I mean, jeez.
He's talking about the players, and he's saying it's all of us, and if we're not
they
calling
got to
it right,
execute
it's whatever.
better.
Yeah, sure. You know what he's saying? He's saying, ultimately, I'm the head coach, and it's my job to make all this work. But is he really saying, put this on me?
No, because he didn't say the word first that means the most. I. It was we, they, all of those things. It was never I. It should have started with I, and it should have ended with I.
Call Colarulo right now. Just call him. Because he hears the press conferences because he's on the air. I heard the press conference too. I didn't remember him saying, like, oh, I'm 40, I'm a man, put it on me, leave the kids alone. And I'm not, like, that's essentially what I'm looking for, which is stop with everything else. You know, part of the problem, aren't they blaming Jalen Hurts? Aren't all the reports and the reporters getting this is the quarterback's fault?
Yep.
That would never happen under Andy Reid.
No, there's a landslide of people that are pointing the finger. Either it's one of two people or three people, either at Patullo, either Jalen Hurts, or Nick Sirianni. And Sirianni's getting the least of it.
He really is.
And he should have come out in this press conference and said, no, I'm the one that's responsible. I'm the head coach. I'm the CEO. But he had this 45-second diatribe. How about this guy's got to do this better, that guy's got to do this better. And then he comes on after he says all that and says, well, I'm ultimately the one that's accountable. I got to do better. Well, you should have started there.
Right.
What you said now doesn't mean
anything.
I almost just said S. But it doesn't mean anything. And because you started out saying everybody else has to do something better before you got to yourself.
Right.
You're the head of the snake.
Yeah, and I guess Bill's in the middle of something because he
what is he in the middle of?
He sent him the voicemail. Well, believe me, Bill would love to come on and
hear himself.
All right, well that too. He would love to come on and defend his man. We don't know if it's his cousin or he would love to defend him.
They're boys. That's
so much good.
Yeah, I'd like to. Honestly, Nick Sirianni deserves the respect of winning a Super Bowl because he won a Super Bowl and he has the record that he does. But if Jalen Hurts is getting picked apart and ripped locally and nationally, and there's being stories that are being leaked to the press that are saying he's the problem with the offense, and the owner's giving A.J. Brown hugs after he puts stuff out on social media, then Nick Sirianni needs to step up and end this right now.
Yeah, he could.
He does. And I just, it doesn't feel like he did. Like, coming on and saying, well, if all this stuff isn't happening, then it falls on the head coach. Well, that's obvious it falls on the head coach.
Yeah.
But what does that mean?
Yeah. What you need to take ultimate accountability for it, whether you believe you're the problem or not. That's part of the gig. And the thing is, like I want to ask Bill, because Bill knows Sirianni personally. I don't. And I have a hard time. I don't know what kind of guy he is. My perception of him, he's done a hell of a job as a coach. I can't deny that. His record is what his record is. He's won a Super Bowl. He's gone to 2, and it is what it is. Like, I don't understand how the players love him so much, but I'm not around him. So
Whatever
shouldn't.
he's doing's working.
Exactly.
All right. Now, Ray, do we have an update on Colarulo?
Yes, I got a selfie of him with his baby, saying he's putting the baby to sleep, which seems counterproductive to have the radio going while you're trying to put a child to sleep. I don't know if he's trying
You
to say
put your earbud in.
I don't see earbuds in the picture.
I've been accused of putting people to sleep on the radio.
As somebody who my little girl's 4 now, but I used to, I've never been so up to date on TV shows and other shows and documentaries as when I had a newborn up until like a year old.
Yeah. You just lay on the couch and let them sleep on you, and you watch
in the recliner, putting them in the bed,
Yeah.
in the recliner, giving them the bottle and having the whatever. So maybe we'll talk to Bill coming up here.
I had my best Olympic experience because my one daughter wouldn't sleep. When she was born in August, it was the Summer Olympics, and she had whatever, the colic or whatever. And I would just sit on the couch and let her sleep on me and watch the Olympics until 4 a.m. every night. Oh, it was great.
It's good work. Hey, Ray, I'm not going to have Ray. Colarulo's been the pro Sirianni guy. Ray has been the anti-Sirianni guy. How do you view this, Ray?
I've almost come to the other side on Sirianni, where I don't necessarily think I'm as annoyed as you guys are with the way that he's handling this whole situation with Patullo, that like he has to take all the bolt for it. I blame him for a lot of what's going on right now. You have an offensive coach that's not doing anything for you offensively.
For the second time.
Yes. And a season ago, I understand, they went in, they charged into his room, were like, hey, the offense was like, we need to run the football. It's like, well, if you didn't see that with Saquon Barkley, how did you not, as an offensive mind, see that was the best thing for you? And then 2023, we know what that was. We know what this is right now. He has to be just the ultimate dude in terms of getting everyone on the same page. Even though we've now seen, we're talking about a second collapse in 3 years. It's really mind-numbing to me that an offensive coach that's supposed to be the ultimate vibes guy, we're talking about a team that seems to have bad vibes, going for a collapse twice in 3 years, and has no answers offensively. And I'm supposed to sit here and just celebrate and love the guy. He's won a Super Bowl. I can't take that from him, but it doesn't make any sense. What you said a couple weeks ago about Jalen Hurts being the most confusing thing for you in terms of the way to rate a quarterback, Nick Sirianni breaks my brain. The existence of Nick Sirianni breaks my absolute brain.
It's remember the McNabb, Andy Reid dynamic. Andy had never been good with clock management and timeouts and things like that.
Yeah.
Maybe he's better now because you don't still see it, but Donovan was the same way. So you had two people that looked at each other like, do we call a timeout?
With the same weakness.
Right, exactly. As opposed to you shouldn't have to look at the coach to know when to call a timeout and when not to call out.
You got to feel.
And the coach shouldn't have to look at the quarterback to not know when it's the same thing. And like Sirianni is like you have to give him credit because they've won, and I know that they've won, and I know something that he's doing. It's working. It's not by luck, but this is also happening again with this offense. So we're gonna come back. Chuck actually has the same thing I was saying yesterday. He's gonna lead us up on the other side. So hang on, Chuck. 610-632-0975. Is there something that we just can't control, and maybe we have to accept this is just the way it is after a Super Bowl? We'll discuss that coming up next. It is Middays with Marks, 97.5 The Fanatic.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
Still in charge. I'm Ray Dunn with this Fanatic Sports Update as the Eagles offense continues to sputter and criticism continues to fly just every which way for all the members of this organization. Kevin Patullo got a chance to meet with the media for his weekly presser yesterday, and he was asked, are you still in the play calling chair?
Nick has said you're still calling plays. In terms of the way that you approach that role and the game planning of it, any of the responsibilities that you do or maybe delegate, have you changed any of those things?
No, I'm still calling the plays.
No changes in role. Hopefully changes in result coming this week when they match up with the Chargers on Monday Night Football. We'll talk to James Palmer coming up at 10:40 about everything going on in the NFL. Nick Sirianni slated to speak with the media in the 12 o'clock hour. Flyers last night scored 3 goals in a matter of 59 seconds of the first period and didn't look back, winning the game 5-2 over the Buffalo Sabres. And tonight, the 76ers return to action. They've got the Warriors at 7 o'clock down at Xfinity Mobile Arena. This update's brought to you by Super Sure. Do you own a small business? You need to hear this. A seismic shift is coming. It's time to get Super Sure. Not kind of sure, not pretty sure, but Super Sure. Coming soon. I'm Ray Dunn on your home for the Sixers, Flyers, and the best birds talk in town. 97.5 The Fanatic and 97.5thefanatic.com.
Middays with Marks, 97.5, The Fanatic. All right, let's get a couple texts, and then we'll hit the phone line. 610-632-0975 on Nick Sirianni.
All right, Bobcat from Kennett Square here. Don't disagree with you, John, but it's funny how we went from hating Andy's presser because all he did was say you need to be better to wanting Nick to take that kind of accountability. Do you think that Nick's early success has insulated him from how truly rabid this fan base will get and how quickly he can lose his job?
No. Right now, he's just not the focus. He'll become the focus at some point.
Yeah, in the offseason, he'll become the focus.
We bounce around.
If they fully pack it in this year. I don't know that they will. Jordan Mailata says, this is not 2023 as a guy who lived through it. Said it's so different.
Okay.
But I got to see that first. I don't know. I feel good about them on Monday night.
You do?
I do. I think there's still a ton of pride here with this team. And I think they'll bounce back. But if they don't, then he's got the crosshairs. Then it's going to be we can't do this every other year thing.
So when he says it's not 2023, I would assume, or I'm thinking he's talking about internally that team was broken, and internally this team isn't broken.
Exactly. Talk about practice habits and everything.
I think the difference here is their offensive line is banged up, and guys, my lot is banged up.
Big time.
He's having health issues.
Dickerson,
Juergens. You have Fred Johnson in there because Lane Johnson's not even playing.
Yeah.
That's the bread and butter of the team, as we learned last year.
Yep.
So everything last year became so much easier because you could just play off of the run. And if Saquon Barkley, who doesn't have the same burst this year as he did last year, if he's not doing what he did last year, now you have to totally change what you're doing.
It's just a lack of creativity, dealing with the hand you got that they've done such a poor job with. And the thing about it is this, not having that offensive line dominate games like they did a year ago is a huge issue. But it's not one you can fix. What you can fix is you can go under center. That's a choice.
But it's also something that shouldn't totally cripple your season. It shouldn't be, the offensive line isn't the best offensive line.
Got to be creative.
That's where coaching and play calling comes in.
Imaginative calling.
And that's not what you're seeing.
No, you're seeing ninth grade offense.
Yeah, and going to this data in Chester Springs, I must hit a nerve here. One line I'm sick of hearing is the O-line went into Kellen Moore and said we needed to run the ball. That's fine for last year, but the offensive line couldn't do it this year. Whether injured or older players, they aren't winning the line of scrimmage this year at all, and that's affecting both the play calling and execution.
Yeah, agreed. But they did go in because they were throwing the ball a lot. Kellen Moore, for all the, we've not put him in the Hall of Fame. People wanted him fired after the first 4 weeks last year. Now he's remembered as a great Hall of Famer because they won the Super Bowl. They were throwing the ball a ton. And during the bye week, as the legend goes, the offensive line went in and said, hey, let's run the ball more. And that's when they started running the ball more. Look at how many times Jalen Hurts threw the ball per game after that. I mean, it's a huge difference. But you're right, they can't do that this year.
And if they can't do that, the purpose of having coaches is to find the answer to what you can do. Yeah. That's the biggest issue with this whole thing. And one more for you from the text board on Sirianni. Bill from Harleysville. I'm starting to wonder if perhaps we overvalue Sirianni. The team seems to thrive when we have a competent OC and or competent DC. When either of those positions have underperformed, so is the team. So if he has no major impact on the offense, on defense, what does he do? Perhaps the success of the team over the past few years lies more in the sum of the parts and less in Sirianni leading the team.
And you know what? The same argument's made about the quarterback. It is. If Jalen Hurts doesn't have this offensive line, if Jalen Hurts doesn't have all this talent around him and a great defense, he's not going to win. And I say to that, okay, well, that's most players. The quarterbacks that don't have great talent, they're generally not winning. For the most, 99%. Tom Brady may be the one guy that doesn't have to have great players on offense, but has the system and he's so good. I mean, it's crazy. Let's go to Chuck. Chuck is in New York. Chuck, go ahead, man. Good morning.
Good morning, gents. Yesterday I walked into a local watering hole, and they had the replay of the Bears game on. Didn't want to watch it, but there was one thing I really picked up was on that roughing the passer on Jalen, Landon Dickerson showed our offensive line, he got smoked. And they checked to see if Jalen was okay, but take off that man's head. Jackson Dart gets hit inbounds, and the Giants are hungry. They're a losing season, but they're still trying to ravage the guy to hit him inbounds. Watching the Hard Knocks, I will say, I was comforted by seeing I don't think it's a broken locker room internally Like, they never showed Jalen interacting that much on the sidelines,
Right.
watching the games. So I was happy to see that. I'm happy to see the accountability. But, our left tackle's got a podcast after the Super Bowl. Like, name another left tackle in the NFL that has a podcast right now. They're just not there. They're not as hungry as they need to be. And it's very apparent. Like, they're not. I mean, it's
The focus is splintered, Chuck.
But we won.
Yeah, the focus is a little splintered with doing all the other stuff. And
Saquon Barkley was on the award tour.
Yep.
I mean, think about it. It was the Pat Stakes. He's down there, or Gina, wherever it was. He's on the Madden cover. He's having this award. He's having that award. Chuck, I appreciate it. It's impossible. You may think that you can combat it. When you win, you've reached the top of the mountain.
Yeah.
When you lose in the NFC Championship game, or you get bounced after the first or second round,
hungry.
You're pissed.
Yeah.
You're training a little bit harder.
And
You're
you got
thinking
something
about
to
this.
prove,
Yep.
right? When you lose that something to prove, it takes a really special athlete like Jordan we saw in The Last Dance would create storylines in his head. They weren't even real.
Tom Brady did the same thing.
Yeah, they find a way to manufacture something to prove, and not everybody can do that.
And you throw in poor health, right? Because
Yep.
the Eagles have been banged up. They were fortunate last year.
Yeah.
And all these things happen, even if you're like, because it's not a point of, like Chuck was saying, that they just don't have the energy that they did last year. They
Yeah.
don't. Saquon Barkley doesn't have that same energy.
No.
Not because he's not trying or anything like that. It's just, it's hard to recreate what you were doing last year.
Yeah.
We had Kevin Foley tell us when he joined us however many weeks ago. That was a once-in-a-lifetime team. The line, the defensive line, Saquon Barkley. Saquon Barkley was doing backflips over people during games last year. I mean, think
At
about
full
that.
speed.
At full speed.
Yeah.
It's a once-in-a-lifetime team. That's not this year.
Yeah.
And do we have to be comfortable and almost take a step back and say, listen, obviously we want the team to win. They want to win. I'm not waving the white flag. This is kind of what happens in the NFL outside of Tom Brady and Pat Mahomes.
Yeah.
There's a reason why you don't do There's a lot of Super Bowl winners. There's not many back-to-back Super Bowl
Very
winners.
difficult to do. Because you're going to lose a lot. You're going to lose a lot of personnel,
They did.
coaches, maybe some desire, the luck of injury. Like that. That was a sweet season last year where, that offensive line was intact week in and week out.
Just dominated.
And I mean, what they did is what the Bears did to the Eagles last week. Just ran the ball and emasculated them.
They did. No, that looked like a young, hungry team. And the
did.
Eagles looked like a team that didn't want to be on the field in the fourth
And that
quarter.
team's won 9 out of 10 games.
Yep. Even Ray Dunn doesn't have the same energy as he had last year. I've even heard that.
Yeah.
Some people are
I'm
saying.
just wearing down. Washed. Really.
I thank God that I don't
How
have
about that?
the same lack of energy that I had last year at this time.
Yeah, right.
I was in a
You were
oof,
in a bad spot last year.
bad spot. But look, can you get it back again? Yeah, but I think this notion that you can flip a switch, that's no.
This
Can't
is
just flip a switch.
You feel good about Monday night. I'm not so sure about that. All right, we're going to ask
Not many people do.
James Palmer, our insider, who longtime NFL insider, local guy, Scott Palmer's son. He's been on every Thursday through the season. He's coming up. What are they saying nationally about the Eagles and the team? Because I feel like nationally, people are still, now the Eagles are okay. Locally, a lot of people are kind of freaking out. What are they saying nationally? What's James's opinion on everything? Well, talk to him coming up next. Middays with Marks, 97.5 The Fanatic. Hey, Jay, stay with me for a second. Are you a snorer?
I think so.
A little bit?
I definitely was. I don't know if I still am.
Does the old lady have to kick you to get you to roll over in the middle of the night when you're snoring?
Me and the old lady don't sleep together every night.
Oh, okay.
No, she sleeps. She goes to bed at like 8 o'clock at night. I don't.
You're
And
up
she's
late
got
doing
both
stuff.
the dogs in the. Yeah, I'm up. I'm on a much different schedule. She sleeps good with the dogs. I sleep good solo.
Well, and I appreciate that. Thank you. I was a loud snorer. Sometimes when I fall asleep without my dental appliance, I get the kick, and my wife will say, "Put your mouthpiece in." Like whatever.
So you're one of those guys.
I had moderate sleep apnea.
Oh, okay.
I did because
That's dangerous.
I went to the Rochefort dentist, Dr. Eric Pastor. He gave me a sleep study, which you can do at home. It's very easy. It's not like what you think it is. And it's like you have moderate sleep apnea, and we can get rid of it. We can get rid of the snoring. So it's not just about snoring. Sleep apnea is actually horrible for your health, right? Contributes to diabetes, high blood pressure, heart attacks, and strokes. The good news is Dr. Eric Pastor, the Rochefort dentist, can get you the home sleep study. Even if you've never been diagnosed, they connect you with the doctors and help arrange the study So it's covered by most insurance plans, including Medicare. So if you're snoring, you probably have sleep apnea, and that is not good. So whether it's your partner that's complaining that you're snoring all the time, maybe your partner's snoring all the time. If I knew how easy it was to get rid of the snoring, I would have done this years ago. And I tried the CPAP thing, and that was horrible. Over your mouth straps, the mask, and everything else, the poor results. Do what I did. He's my dentist, Dr. Eric Pastor. You can get your sleep back by visiting drpastor.com, drpaster.com, or you can call him right now, 610-67-SLEEP. You can remember that, 610-67-SLEEP, or again, drpastor.com.
Philadelphia is a
All right, we're back. It is Middays with Marks on 97.5 The Fanatic. John Marks, Jason Martinez, Ray Dunn. And on Thursdays at 10:40, we go to our national NFL insider, James Palmer, local dude, pride of Upper Marion, also the co-host of Scoop City, and an insider for Bleacher Report. And he's got the podcast with Steve Smith, 89, which I'm sure is very interesting as he talks about it. And James Palmer joins us right now. What's up, James? We always have that lag whenever I put somebody on the air.
I got you now.
You got me? What's up, James?
Yep. What's happening, brother?
All right. So what are people saying to you nationally when you ask around about what they think what's going on with the Eagles? Nationally, what's everybody thinking?
It's time to panic. It's broken. Can they fix it? I still think the national perspective is there's too much talent, and this team is not that far removed from one of the most convincing Super Bowl victories we've seen in recent memory, that it is fixable. But the panic is certainly there. And what's gone wrong? what's kind of nationally the perspective is, honestly, Kellen Moore is a good coach. Like, that's what's getting brought up to people I talk to, is that Kellen Moore is a really good coach. There's a reason he got a head job. There's a reason he's been pursued the way he's been throughout his career and the success he's had at his stops, including Philadelphia. That Kellen Moore is a really good coach. That's part of the conversation right now.
What is the thought, James, on Nick Sirianni nationally? Because we saw what happened in 2023. We saw what happened in 2024, and you just alluded to it, that great win in the Super Bowl. And then things are a bit sideways here this season. What is the prevailing thoughts on Nick Sirianni from afar?
Yeah, it's a good point. I mean, because, that's what everybody is thinking about, 23 and what happened there in the collapse. I mean, hell, the only other team that's doing what the Eagles did, it's not Nick Sirianni. They're doing what the Eagles are doing right now, where you have this drop in points per game, total yards per game, points allowed, and total yards allowed from a Super Bowl to the next year was the 2017 to 2018 Eagles. So the Eagles are the only ones that have really done this after winning a Super Bowl, performing like this, as you see it in 24, as you see it in 18. But I will say this with Nick. Like, people do understand the situation that's going on in Philadelphia. People do understand the revolving door of offensive coordinators. People do understand that there is a lot of frustration behind the scenes and that there are a lot of dominant personalities in that building, and there's a lot of things that he has to manage. I do think the perception of Nick right now still is that he's a very good football coach and he's a very good manager of personalities, and that he's very good at all the things that happen behind the scenes. I don't think anybody nationally is thinking, is this it for Nick Sirianni if they blow this season? I don't think that is the perception right now. We have a ways to go. It is Philadelphia. I know the city. But I would say right now, where it stands, again, the season's not over. Nothing's happened. I would put like Shane Steichen in that same situation. Nobody would think Shane Steichen would be maybe on a hot seat right now, but I think how you finish is very important. So we'll see what happens down the stretch, but I do think there's still a lot of respect that Nick has gained on the national perspective on the type of football coach he is.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that even if things were to really go sideways like 2023, I think that he's still the Super Bowl.
I do too.
I think his job's safe unless something really goes crazy. But so let's just
like wanting to keep Kevin Patullo.
Well, I mean,
that cost Doug.
Yeah, I mean, but you know what Nick did after 2023? He said, "What do we need to do?" And they hired outside to Kellen Moore. Doug wasn't willing to do that. He wanted to stay with Press Taylor. So I think that's the difference.
I would add to that. I would add to that thought too. That remember, if you remember after the 2023 season, my understanding is there was a lot of conversations in that building. There was a lot of discussions about what needed to change and how Nick honestly needed to change.
Yep.
How some certain players on that roster needed to change. And I go back and remember that Nick listened in those conversations, changed a lot of what he did.
Yep.
He impressed a lot of guys on that coaching staff in 2024 with his approach. So I would say if there are those type of meetings again, Nick responded very well the last time those happened.
Right, and Doug more or less at that point was like, "No, like here's my plan. This is it."
Yeah, I want a Super Bowl.
And Jeffrey Lurie's like, "Yeah, all right, we're not doing that," which was a smart move.
Yeah.
But let me ask you this: if Nick, I'm not going to say after the season, but let's just say that Nick ends up parting ways with the Eagles. Would there be hunger for Nick Sirianni in the NFL to be a coach? Would there, like, everybody's talking about Mike Tomlin right now, and if he was to lead the Steelers, and there'd be a lot of teams interested in Mike Tomlin, obviously.
Oh yeah.
Would there be a lot of interest in Nick Sirianni?
Well, I mean, this is obviously a massive hypothetical, and I know it wouldn't happen this season. We never know what the landscape is season to season, right? So we don't know what the landscape of head coaching openings would be. I think we do have an idea what that is each year. It's 5 or more every year since 2011. So that gives you some perspective. But the class and the candidates, I think that changes every year. I think this year is a very good example of how different it is than a season ago. There's no Ben Johnson or Mike Vrabel in this group right now. If that's a big if, say, Mike Tomlin ends up mutually parting ways, because that's the way the Steelers would do it. They wouldn't just fire Mike Tomlin. But if he became available, maybe that would change the perception of this. But right now, the candidates are very different than they've been, just a year ago. So the market for Nick, I mean, this is a guy that has a top 5 winning percentage in the history of the NFL. I mean, it's one of the greatest winning percentages that we've seen a coach have, for their career. Obviously, we always look at the number of games that they've coached as part of it, but this is the best start we've ever seen, really. And so I certainly think there would be a market. There really would be. Because also, I would put Kevin Stefanski, Philly guy, right? Let's put him in the mix in this as well. There are plenty of people around the league that think Kev is still a really, really good football coach, and that Cleveland is a hard place to win, and what he's been dealt with ownership and the quarterback situation has played a part. If he ends up parting ways with Cleveland, which many people believe this could happen this year, I think he would have a very good market. I think you could put Nick in that same conversation, considering you look at the situation, that everything that he was dealing with, a very specific quarterback and everything else that's going on, all the other intangibles. I think Nick would be in a similar type of thought process as Kevin Stefanski.
All right, on social media, at James Palmer TV, follow him for everything that he does. First thing you led with was you said that the perception around the league is that the Eagles aren't broken and it can be fixed, and people generally still feel good about them. Do you believe that? After watching what happened in 23, because you're right, like, you know how it is in Philly, and you're a Philly guy. Do you believe this is something that gets fixed?
I don't see it getting fixed offensively. I do think what happened this past week defensively was a really poor performance against a team that runs the football really, really well. And not just like they have two good backs, like their scheme, the way they block, the way that Ben creates it, that's really what he brought to Chicago. I think people always thought that it was like this passing game. It's like the run game that he had in Detroit is what he brought to Chicago. So I'm giving, honestly, the defense a little bit of a pass. Offensively, I think our sample size is big enough to start wondering, like, is this going to get fixed? I mean, like, I was going over some stats this morning before I jumped on with you guys that are just, like, mind-blowing to me. Like, they're converting 34% of their third downs. Only two teams in the history of the NFL have made the postseason converting less than 35%. That's it. The Browns in 2023 and the Bears in 2020. That's it. Like, to be that unsuccessful and be a playoff team on third down just doesn't happen in the NFL. So, like, that's one thing that blows my mind. The other one that was nuts is, off of 198 runs, only 28 of them have run for a first down with Saquon Barkley. Like, that's staggering. And so, you know, with 24% of his runs being negative or zero runs with a guy that's talented and an offensive line that is paid what they're paid, and we know how good they are, know they've been banged up. But there's aspects of this offense that just make me scratch my head. Like, you love to live in shotgun, and I get it, but it affects the run game. And if you want to be in shotgun, I get it, because you run the RPO, and then Jay Lee can run the football more effectively. Well, he's running it less than he's ever run in his career. So then why? So there's just some of it just doesn't make sense to me offensively. But again, they're very talented. You can get on a heater, certainly, but the sample size is very large in terms of what's gone wrong and that it hasn't been fixed.
I don't get the shotgun thing anymore. It's not working.
Yeah,
and I understood if you run RPO a lot and that's part of your run game. And,
but it's not working.
Quarterback runs the football quite a bit, but Jalen's not running the ball.
Yeah, and you can't fix the offensive line, right, James? I mean, it's injured. Lane Johnson's not going to walk back 4 weeks early all of a sudden and stay healthy, or Landon Dickerson's not going to all of a sudden get healthy, and Juergens hasn't looked as good as he's looked, and as a byproduct, Mailata's probably not 100%, and because of all those other things on the offense, it's just that's not fixable right now. That's not a choice you can fix, but you can fix shotgun. That's a choice.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I was going over those metrics this morning too with the former quarterback, and we were talking about it actually, and he was just like, look at everybody who's under center the predominant amount of the time. The success rate is outstanding, specifically in bootlegs and the play action passing game. Like, it works. The defense has to sit for another half a second when you run play action under center. It holds them for another beat on where they want to go on the football field. It's just usually the way it works.
Last thing, got about a minute. Predictions. Eagles, Chargers. Looks like Herbert's going to try to play. I know he had surgery, but it looks like he's going to play. What do you think about the game?
Yeah, I think Herbert's going to play. I just do. Just from the conversations I've had with him, with guys on that team. Lad McConkey told me earlier this season, he was like, the dude's Hercules. Like, he's the toughest person I know. Like, the fact that he came back and played in the game with it still broken is one part of it. Yeah, right? And then the other part is, it will actually, speaking to people like medical people around the league, it will actually be in a much more stable situation on Monday than it was when he returned to the game, obviously, and continued to play through it. Now, his status obviously changes the course of the game. I want to see what they do offensively. Jesse Minter, we talked about head coaches, candidates. This is one of them. He is a really, really good defensive coordinator that mixes it up and changes the picture on you a lot and makes a lot of things look the same, but they're all different. I still think that, with the offensive line issues that the Chargers have had, and with Herbert being, even if he plays limited, probably has to play out of the gun the whole time. Hey, shotgun. And fourth into the shotgun for the course of the game. I think Philly can win this game for sure.
All right. James Palmer's also a Buckeye. Big Ten championship. Big Ten championship. So Ohio State's 4-point favorites over Indiana. What do you think?
Mm-hmm. I think we should. I haven't seen a defense like this that we've had in some time. But losing Brian Hartline is crushing to me, guys. I'm not gonna lie. This is a big deal for wide receiver you at the Ohio State University. That guy can coach and scout and recruit like nobody's business. But our defense is outstanding, and quarterback apparently doesn't like to throw incompletions. So I think we're in pretty good shape.
You know what I always say about Ohio State guys that from PA that go to Ohio State?
What?
Must not have been able to get into Penn State.
Uh-oh. Wow. Jason went to Penn State, by the way, Jason.
Understandable. Yeah. I won't say anything on a hotline. I won't say anything on a hotline right now.
James, thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Thanks, James.
Yep, you guys take it easy.
All right, talk to you next week. James Palmer from Penn Stater without a coach.
Yes. Oh, God, what a mess that is, by the way.
All right, James Palmer and Kurt Warner now on back-to-back days said the Eagles' offense is beyond fixing.
I agree. But the defense
people agree with that?
Is fixable.
All right, we'll come back with that. Don't go anywhere. Middays with Marks, 97.5 The Fanatic.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
Addressing the criticism, I'm Ray Dunn with this Fanatic Sports Update. Plenty of criticism flying around for the Eagles offense. How could you not, as it continues to sputter? Offensive coordinator Kevin Patullo had his weekly meeting with the media yesterday and talked about addressing some of that criticism.
You know the pressure's there, but we all accept it because we ultimately want to be at the highest part of our coaching career and continue to working through that, and this is part of it. It's a challenge, and so it's very unique and it's fun.
Challenge certainly to get this offense going. They're looking to do that Monday night against the Chargers out in L.A. You just heard from James Palmer. You can listen to that conversation one more time on our website or the Fanatic app. Nick Sirianni scheduled to meet with the media in the 12 o'clock hour. Flyers scored 3 goals in 59 seconds in the first period last night on their way to a 5-2 win over the Buffalo Sabres. 76ers back in action tonight against the Warriors. That game at 7 o'clock. You can listen to it right here on The Fanatic. This update's brought to you by Super Sure. Do you own a small business? You need to hear this. The seismic shift is coming. It's time to get Super Sure. Not kind of sure, not pretty sure, but Super Sure. Coming soon. I'm Ray Dunn in your home for the Sixers. Flyers are the best birds talk in town. 97.5 The Fanatic and 97.5thefanatic.com.
that's our plan. You don't see a lot of teams that all of a sudden get halfway through the year and go, okay, well, that's not working as well. So let's, revamp our entire pass game and let's add a whole bunch of new stuff in here that we haven't practiced, we haven't done, that hasn't been our MO, and let's go that route.
James Palmer, a couple minutes ago with us. It is Middays with Marks, 97.5 The Fanatic. Jason Bertitas, John Marks. What's that? Oh, that was Kurt Warner yesterday. Sorry.
Just sounds like a broken record with this offense. You pick the analyst, and they're telling you it's not going to work.
Well, I saw you cutting it in there, so I thought you were cutting what James Palmer just said.
The experts all agree.
So one thing that James said, and I'm not going to say I disagree with it because it wasn't his opinion, although maybe it sounds like it was his opinion. That he said when he talks to people around the league, they said like, yeah, well, Kellen Moore is a really good coach, and that's part of what's going on with the Eagles. I totally disagree.
I do too.
Not that I'm saying Kellen Moore's not a good coach. Kellen Moore didn't sniff a head coaching job before the Eagles won the Super Bowl.
Yep.
They ran the ball last year. They ran it. Not that he wasn't a good play caller or whatever else you want to say. That was hey, we're going to line up. We're not playing chess. We're playing checkers.
Yep.
And we're going to run the ball, and you're not going to be able to stop us. That's the biggest reason why the Eagles won the Super Bowl and why they were so dominant last year. They will run the football like teams aren't able to run the football.
And their offensive line was an absolute beast.
And that's the difference this year.
And it stayed healthy. And, yeah, I mean, when you can come out in the third quarter last year and run 13 and a half minutes off the clock, almost seemingly week in and week out, and just salt an opponent away, just choke them out, then you're going to look good. And the passing game is going to look better, too.
Yep. And he talked about the third down conversions, and we know the 3 and out, what they look like with the 3 and out and everything else. Yeah. Like last year they were 3 and 2, and they could do the tush push whenever they wanted to. 3rd and 2, we have the tush push, and no one can stop us doing that. That's a first down every time.
Yeah, it was 1st and 8 for that team.
And now they can't do the tush push.
Yeah. And the thing is, too, you look at it, and you look at what happened to the defense last week. That's a byproduct of the offense being 34% on 3 and outs. I mean, they're back on the field way too much. 39, I think it was almost 40 minutes last week of time of possession for Chicago.
Yep.
The Eagles team was on the field twice as much.
They did what the Eagles did to teams last year. That's what the Bears did to them.
Exactly.
They just got, and it was after the tush push fumble, they just essentially said, we're going to run it down your throat. Yeah. And they did.
They emasculated them.
They sure did. It was
200-yard rushers.
Was it 10-9 when they were driving for the tush? Or were they down 8 points at that point?
That was 10-9.
It was 10-9 when they're driving.
Because they lose that, yeah.
Then Bears scored a touchdown on that, but still you're only down 8 points.
Yeah.
So you get a drive, you get a touchdown, you get a field goal, now you're within a touchdown of winning.
Yep.
But then they couldn't even get that done.
Unbelievable.
Do you believe this offense could be fixed?
No.
Can it be fixed enough to where
it can
you
be serviceable? Not fixed.
Is that enough?
Because our idea of fixed is last year. That's not happening. We got to get that out of our head. It can be serviceable, but it takes creativity. And it takes Sirianni and Kevin Patullo to go, I got to be way more creative in my play design. I got to stop being so stubborn with this friggin' shotgun. It doesn't work. We saw them go out of shotgun for a couple weeks this year. And what happened?
All right, so they had great success.
Barkley ran for 150 yards.
So here's, and I actually have to make sure I say, I don't know if this is the case. Because there's a lot of stuff being thrown out there. And I don't know if this is to try to make the quarterback look bad or whatever. But what's being said now is that, well, why aren't they running the ball under center? I mean, you would think that any dummy would say, look at the success we're having, like going under center. Why are they not going under center anymore? Is it because Cam Jurgens isn't comfortable with that? Or is it that the quarterback doesn't want that? Because kind of what you're hearing is maybe the quarterback doesn't want it. With Toth, they had to do it.
Isn't the coach the boss? Like, I don't care what you want to do. I'll let you know when this is a democracy. You know what I mean? It's not a democracy.
I don't know what's going on.
What's best for the team. I like winning.
There has to be some explanation other than because
stubbornness.
Yeah, but they go almost exclusively under center. Not almost exclusively, but more under center. How many snaps did they have under center
80%?
Last week?
Last week, no. When they had success.
It's like 80%. Yeah. How many snaps under center did they have last week? I think it was 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, come on.
Yeah. I don't get it. I do. It's like these coaches sometimes, like Andy Reid would do this a lot. It'd be 65-mile-an-hour gusts against the worst run defense in the league. He'd throw it 65 times.
Yep.
Because doing the obvious thing and having success doesn't make you a genius.
Nope.
So I got to beat a team at their strength. No, you don't. Scoreboard doesn't care.
Yeah, it is. You wonder what the dynamic is with under center, fixing the offense and all that. With the offensive line the way that it is, this team can't win.
It's not fixed.
Going out there and throwing the ball 35 or 40 times a game. Nope. Let's go to Sean in Pine Hill. Sean's making his debut on Middays with Mark. Sean, how are you, buddy?
Johnny Marks and Martinez. How you guys doing, buddy?
What's up, buddy?
Yeah,
How are
long
you?
time, no time, man. How you guys feeling?
Good, man.
Martinez, how you doing, buddy? Doing good?
I'm doing all right. Yeah, I'm hanging in.
I love it. I love it, dude. Flyers are doing it for you. But let me.
They are.
I got. Yeah, I know. So they're going to do it for you. We might see a cup when I haven't seen one since I was born.
Well, let's not get carried away.
But can I do? Can I do Eagles and then Sixers real quick?
Hurry up.
Eagles. I think. All right. You got it, buddy. Yo, Eagles. Hurts is being stubborn. I think Hurts doesn't want to run the ball because he's going back to how McNabb was, because no one said he could throw the ball. And I think Hurts is trying to prove to the world he can throw the ball. He can't throw the ball across the middle of the field. He can't throw it in. Yeah, he can't throw it in. You had 3 linebackers out, or 4, whatever, starting linebackers versus the Bears. What do you do as a quarterback? You're licking your chops. The middle of the field's wide open. He can't throw the ball in the middle of the field.
He's very,
And he had
very
runs
safe.
available.
Yeah, very safe.
Yeah, next segment I'll address the running situation because it's a very interesting point. But yeah, I mean, and just look at the throw chart with throwing the ball over the middle. They don't do it.
He can't, because he can't do it. And Sixers, real quick, everybody complained about Embiid. Oh, we got to rest Embiid. That's what the Sixers are doing. Christmas is when the season starts. They're the 9th seed right now. He's going to come back. You got Paul George, who's going to be healthy, who plays great defense. I'm telling you right now, the East is wide open, and I think the Sixers are doing what we all begged them to do, is what is rest Embiid. And I'm telling you right now, he's coming back, and we are going to make a run. And I'm telling you, Embiid is going to hold the trophy at the end of the year. And if you guys don't believe it, that's what I think they're doing.
Okay. All right.
Wow.
Would you like to? It's like a bet. I'll even give you good odds on that, Sean.
Yeah, go ahead. What do you want to do? I'll do 5 cheesesteaks to 10.
5 cheesesteaks to 10. All right. Well, let me think about it. Thank you.
That's not bad.
I'll just say this as delicately as possible. The 76ers have no power on Joel Embiid playing or not playing. In fact, what I hear is they're mostly in the dark on when he's playing or what's going on with him.
Wow.
So if you think the Sixers are the ones that have this Kaiser Soze grand scheme
Dictating the terms.
that they're holding him out so he's healthy later on. You know, he's doubtful for the game. You know why he's doubtful for the game? Because on Saturday he was ruled out, and on Sunday he played. You think that was the 76ers plan and design, or did Joel Embiid show up on Sunday and say, I'm playing tonight?
Yeah. I don't think they have any control.
They have no control. They have no control in anything that he does.
You can tell their frustration in it, too. You can read it all over their face.
Nick Nurse is frustrated.
Yeah.
So he's doubtful. So now they can't rule him out, even though he's not likely to play, because he could show up and he could play. They got fined $100,000 because he showed up and played after they ruled him out on Saturday.
Yeah.
Because any organization would just say, "Well, we already ruled you out. You're not playing." But no, he's the one. He's the one dictating.
He's the one pulling the string, pulling the chute, and with the Sixers, I mean, they're going to unleash him at Christmas, and he and Paul George are going to stay healthy.
The Embiid stuff's over. I had someone say to me recently, the best thing for the Sixers right now would be for him to be out for the year, so they don't even have to deal with the distraction of it. Wow. Coming up, one of the big suggestions out there was Nick Foles said it. Kevin Patullo should go back upstairs to call the plays. Well, Patullo talked about it yesterday, and he pointed out a problem with it. We'll play that for you, and we're gonna move in some fun stuff later on this hour. We'll tell you about that coming up next. Middays with Marks, 97.5 The Fanatic.
perspective from the sideline. You can't see the coverages as they're forming. You can't see the defensive alignments very well. You can see it on the tablet afterwards and sort of make predictions. But when you're up in the box, you can see it as the drive is going on, what they're trying to do. And you can see the concepts forming more clearly. And that is what you have been trained in since 2021 to sit in the box.
Let's make some noise. Come on. So that is Nick Foles.
Let's make some noise. Come on.
Oh, he's so good.
We can get Patullo up and upstairs. We actually had a caller last week suggest the exact same thing. Offensive coordinators, a lot of guys like being down on the field. Same with defensive coordinators.
Yeah.
Other guys want to be up in the booth so they can see. It's a different view. They can see everything.
Yeah.
Patullo likes being down on the field. So why not put him up in the box? At the very least, it changes the dynamic of everything. Maybe he's seeing the field a little bit better. Like you got to try something at this point, right?
Yeah, you can't keep doing the same thing because in the beginning of the year, we're going, oh, they played a really good half and then a really bad half or vice versa. And now it's become mega concern.
Right.
It's take me to DEFCON 4, get me sack on the line because it's getting bad.
So it made sense that Nick said that, but what also Nick said was that, well, he's done it, so get him back up there. And we had Brandon Lee Gouton, Bleeding Green Nation, on earlier in the week, and he had said, yeah, I don't think that's actually accurate. I don't think Patullo's been up in the booth at all.
Wow.
Well, here's Kevin Patullo being asked about being up in the booth. Listen.
Yeah, I think the communication to players is important. Since I've been here on 21, I've been on the field every time. And I think there's a lot of communication with players, coaches on the field, making sure adjustments are done correctly. Conversations I have with Jalen, with the O-line, with the receivers that are very important. I've been on the field for a long, long time. I don't think I've been in the box since maybe 2011 as a coach. So it's been a while. And I think just the relationship I have with the guys and the communication has been good. And we just got to continue to improve in other areas, and we'll be all right.
What's in the box?
Get in the box.
Not Kevin Patullo.
Yeah, 10-minute major, get in the box.
Well, it doesn't sound like that's going to happen.
Yeah, well, he seems against it. And look, find a different way to communicate. Pick up the phone. There's phones down there. You can communicate. Get on a headset because what you're doing is not working. And again, getting under center is a choice. If their offensive line is struggling because of the timing or that half a second, look, they tip off their snap every time in shotgun.
Yeah, for the most part, they're very
Steve
predictable.
Stands up, taps the center, they gets down, and they snap the ball. Like it's the easiest thing to time in the world. I'm timing it from home and I'm getting home.
Yeah, it's something needs to change, and Sirianni said that.
Predictability is brutal for an offense.
And again, he's gonna speak today. We'll bring it to you, especially if he says anything interesting. So there you go. We're gonna try to do some. We're gonna do some fun things here. I can't beat my head with the Eagles for 4 straight hours. All right, so we're gonna have some fun today.
Yep.
Later on in the show, we have the top music videos of all time as according to this list. So
I'm of the perfect vintage for this because when MTV debuted in 1980 or 81, 82, something around there, I was 10 years old. So
you grew up with the videos as I did.
Yeah. We grew up with videos when MTV was videos before Real World. And
that's all it was.
You Road Rules and all that stuff, right?
There was just the VJs and the videos or whatever, and then Total Request Live came in, which was fine. But all that happened. So that's coming at the 1 o'clock hour. We have a pair of Flyers tickets. Ray, are we going to play Flyer in the Envelope coming up at 12:55?
We have to.
We have to.
We got Jason here.
Yeah.
It's something that can answer this.
Coming off a big win last night for the boys.
Yeah, what a win.
Yeah, 5-2 over the Sabres. And a raucous Xfinity Mobile Arena last night. It was fun.
All right.
This team's been fun. They have the 6th highest points percentage in the NHL.
We'll discuss some Flyers, and we'll do Flyer in the Envelope for a pair of tickets. That's coming up. And so coming up next, though, Brendan Petrilli, who is our promotions coordinator here.
He does some Flyers producing for us.
Does he do Flyers producing as well?
He's a highlight guy.
Good dude, big sports fan.
Yeah.
So the New Heights podcast, I know you're glued to it.
That's the Kelsey brothers, yeah.
Podcast. Brendan was involved in the belly bucking that they do.
What's belly bucking?
I had no idea what it was. It's where you get fat guys that take off their shirt, and then they have to put their arms behind their back. Are they tied behind their back, or what is it?
No, I think it's just a respect the game thing. You just keep your arms behind your back.
And then they're like sumo wrestling each other with their bellies.
Is Brendan Petrilli a great big fat person?
He's not skinny. I don't want to call him fat.
Well, I'm going full Buffalo Bill.
So,
sure, great big fat person.
I am going to ask him for the the tail of the tape.
Okay.
I don't
His
think
measurables?
His parts may be unknown, but we'll have to figure out an approximate height and
I don't
weight.
need anything about his parts.
Parts unknown, weight unknown. But yeah, so he did it, and
I didn't know he was a big guy.
Kelsey was talking about the Kelseys were talking about it on the most recent episode, and they actually mentioned Brendan. They showed the video of it.
Oh, he's a star now.
He was taking on Dom with his shirt off, whoever that is.
Not Big Dom.
Not Big Dom, but another Big Dom.
Wow. I mean, that's the number one sports podcast out there, apparently.
For 2025, it is the number one sports podcast.
Right?
New Heights beats out
Pardon My Take.
Pardon My Take, Bill Simmons, anything else that's out there.
Wow, that's incredible.
Top sports podcast out there. Wow. And Brendan made it yesterday for his belly bucking, and we'll get the whole story on how do you get involved in that? How all of a sudden you have your shirt off and you're out there belly bucking some other dude, and Kelsey's doing the play-by-play?
Yeah,
this was before the Eagles game on Friday, by the way.
Okay,
in the
so
parking lot.
Black Friday game.
I guess they have some type of big tailgate. There was a ton of people that came out.
Yeah.
So
wow. Do you practice for that?
We're going to find it all out coming up next. Don't go anywhere. Middays with Marks.
How about that?
97.5 The Fanatic. Don't go anywhere.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
Still in charge. I'm Ray Dunn with this Fanatic Sports Update. It's brought to you by Morgenstern Hair Restorations. Great teams stick together. And so does great hair. Morgenstern Hair Restoration. Championship results. Visit morgensternhair.com or call 610-980-4000. As the Eagles offense continues to sputter and the criticism continues to spiral around Kevin Patullo, he met with the media yesterday for his weekly presser and was asked whether or not he is still the play caller.
Nick has said you're still calling plays. In terms of the way that you approach that role and the game planning of it, any of the responsibilities that you do or maybe delegate, have you changed any of those things?
No, I'm still calling the plays.
Nothing's changed. They're hoping the results do, though, Monday night against the Chargers as they look to avoid losing 3 straight games. We spoke to James Palmer earlier on the show. You catch that conversation one more time on our website or the Fanatic app. Nick Sirianni speaks to the media in the 12 o'clock hour. We'll bring that to you right here on Middays with Marks. Flyers scored 3 goals in 59 seconds of the first period last night in a 5-2 win over the Buffalo Sabres. 76ers get back to action tonight. They've got the Warriors at 7 o'clock. You can listen to the game right here on 97.5 The Fanatic. This update is brought to you by Electrical Workers Local 269, the Electrical Training Alliance, International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers Local 269, NECA, and the Electrical Training Alliance can offer a career with no college debt. To learn more, go to IBEW269.com. I'm Ray Dunn for 97.5 The Fanatic.
The Philadelphia Phillies. The winter meetings are right.
All right, that's the New Heights podcast. Travis and Jason Kelsey. We're back middays with Marks, Jason Patitas in the co-hosting chair today, and they were describing what was happening at. So, Jason, this was at the Black Friday game against the Bears. I guess Jason was there. I know he popped up on Prime at some point, but I guess New Heights decided, hey, it's a good time to do a tailgate and do something for the podcast.
Yeah.
And so instead of doing whatever else they could have done, they did a belly bucking contest. And among the 4 people that competed in the belly bucking contest was our own Brendan Petrelli, who is the promotions coordinator for 97.5 The Fanatic, and he joins us in studio right now. Brendan?
How are we, fellas? The energy is not the same quite like that tailgate, but I'm feeling the energy in here.
Are you feeling it?
Oh, yeah.
Well, I mean, listen, we can get another big guy in here and get your shirt off.
Get it going, me and Vito or something?
Yeah, get Vito in here. Why aren't we doing this live? Why are you doing this for somebody else? All right, so take us through this. There were 4 contestants. You were one of them. How did you get involved in this?
Yeah, so, long story short, my cousin Sean, Super Eagle Sean, from the Hungry Dogs tailgate down there. He's got
Sean Young?
What? No, Sean Holden.
Another Sean, okay.
Yeah. My cousin Sean. He's been doing it for a while, dressing up as Super Eagle and stuff like that. He's done it for a long time. He was actually in a Marriott commercial with Jason. If you see like the guy in the elevator, that would run. He's got the shoulder pads and the face paint and helmet.
Okay,
that's my cousin. So he's gotten to know Jason and his crew. So when on their podcast they were doing Jason was talking about doing the tailgate. They were like,
with the mohawk?
What? No,
that's the Philly sports guy.
Yeah, or there's another Sean though
that's
too. Yeah. He's a super nice guy.
Sean, are you talking about Sean Young with the shoulder
Yeah,
pads?
I know Sean.
Okay.
Yeah, so like they got a whole community of those guys doing that. And they all come to their Hungry Dogs tailgate and hang out and take pictures, drink beers, everything. But yeah, so Sean's gotten to know Jason a little bit and his crew. And so when Jason decided he wanted to do the belly bucking instead of doing like a field goal kicking, his team reached out to my cousin. Sean was like, yeah, I got a couple guys for you. Gave me a call. I was just like, yeah, I'm in. He's like, just sign the waiver. I said, done. And we were there Friday. We were having a good time.
All right, so it's you.
Couple of meats.
Did you know anybody else that was a part of it, or was it just you?
Yeah. So it was my cousin Sean. It was No Shirt Dom and Dylan Bird Gang. Or
so you knew all. Essentially, you were running the same circles of being Eagles fans.
Yep. So we all hang out down there every
Shirt
weekend.
Dom's the guy's name. I love it.
So what was the format? Was it a round robin, or was it if you lose, you're gone?
Did you advance?
Yeah. So they did. They wanted to do it like Mortal Kombat style, where you like go one. I was supposed to start at the bottom and try to make my way up to Jason at the end. So I won my first round matchup against.
Who'd you beat?
Against Dylan. He had the luchador mask on. So I ended up. He was another big guy, right? Yeah, he's got the shoulder pads too and everything, and the luchador Eagles mask. I took him down in the first round matchup. And then I made my way to No Shirt Dom for the championship. And I just came up just a little bit short. And Jason brings everybody in, picks up No Shirt Dom. It could have been me. It was a good, hard-fought battle. But you listen to them talk about it in the clip. Killer Trav and we kind of had a bond. He was kind of having my back. No Shirt Dom was using his shoulders a little too much. We were supposed to be using more
just the belly.
Just the belly. All right, so take us through the technical aspect of this. So your shirt's off.
Yeah, of course.
Arms behind your back.
Arms are behind your back?
Yeah.
So you're supposed to do, like Evander Holyfield, Jason, was notorious for being a headbutter when he was a boxer. So you're saying No Shirt Dom was using the shoulders a little bit too much.
Yeah, it was one of those situations. Like once you had that initial bump at the beginning, right? Yeah, we came together, belly bumped, and then it was like the pressure was on, and he was it was hard for me to back up and get another belly bump going because he just kept his his shoulders down, leaning into me, which is good.
Low center of gravity.
Yeah, it's applying the pressure on me, trying to push me out of the ring. Maybe some people would say it's out of the spirit of the belly buck, but it is what it is.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
It's really the spirit of it. It wasn't necessarily against the rules or he wasn't flagged for it.
Yeah.
So describe is it like a sumo wrestle circle, or what's the field look like where you're playing?
Yeah, so we were surrounded by like probably a couple thousand people. It was
padding on it?
Yeah, so we had like a little wrestling mat. It wasn't like a typical one, like a high school mat where it's big, a little smaller, a little bit of a circle.
Like a yoga mat?
Probably 5, square feet wide. Like it may be even smaller than that.
Yeah.
So it was a tight space to begin with, but yeah, once we got in that ring, there's thousands of people watching around us. You were just trying to be out there and perform. So once you had no room to really back up and try to go for another buck because he kept that pressure on me. But It was.
Wow.
It was.
You
It was fun.
Vaseline the belly up or anything?
I might have to.
Add a
next time.
Vaseline the belly up. You know what I'm saying?
a
Baby
great-
oiled it.
It's strategy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm hoping to get an invite next time if they do this again.
I'm gonna be
so,
your manager.
I'm gonna have to train. I was doing, I'm trying to become a cornhole pro, right? So I do 100 bags a day for every single
Do you
day.
really?
Yeah. So like now I might have to switch that into. I might have to start belly bucking every day to try to get my reps up. So
Yeah,
I
I'm
can,
not managing you unless you're going to belly buck every day.
Oh, absolutely. I got to practice every
We gotta
single day.
have a
Opening
conversation about your
doors.
commitment.
Yeah. Any shutting the microwave, shutting the fridge. I got to use the
Yeah,
belly.
the oven.
Yeah. Everything.
Yeah.
All right. All
You
right.
go to the bathroom, you shut the door with your belly.
Exactly.
So
You
you had
train.
You had said that where they were. So where were they in the parking lot? They were by like the Wells Fargo Center or
They're in
the
the H lot,
Xfinity.
K. It was right in front.
So the
Yeah.
K lot. All
Yeah,
right. So
yeah.
they have prime real estate. So
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
you said there's thousands of people there watching.
Oh yeah, and we were right next to Amazon Prime. They had like a little fenced-in area for the tailgate, and they had like a food truck and some other games. But the main event was Jason. The main event was me. But no, I'm just kidding. But yeah, the main event was us. And once Jason got there was swarms of people all around. It was a cold, windy day. And with people like, oh, were you cold with your shirt off? I was like, honestly, no. There's just so many people blocking the wind. The sun was out.
Hey, you're
beautiful
pumped up.
afternoon, and I
You
was
get the
ready to go.
adrenaline running.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
All right.
Now, do you have a picture on your cell phone of who was it? No Shirt Dom?
Yeah.
Who took the win?
Yeah.
You
I
can
mean,
see the video.
No. I wanted to make sure it's on his phone, like Jalen Hurts when they
Yeah.
lost the Super Bowl.
That's what
Motivation.
That's what I told. That's what I told
Yeah.
in my post game presser with Jason. That I do have it as my screensaver.
All right. So here's
with all of us there.
There
in
you
the
go.
back.
Oh, that's awesome.
But yeah, so we're gonna have to use this as motivation to get back.
All right, so here's what
my
you-
life was changed after that loss.
I bet it was. No, this is so. How do you train for it? Is it putting on additional weight? Is it just training for the?
I think it's technique.
yeah.
Yeah. I think we're gonna have a meeting with Stoutland. My representative will get in touch with yours.
I texted
Come
him
up with a
before the
regime.
matchup, and he was giving me a few tips. He got me off guard in the very beginning. I needed to keep my hands back a little more. I lost the pockets in the back, and I think that's what kind of got me unbalanced there. So we'll have to work on hand placement and then trying to learn like a little step back, lower the hips, and then drive.
So something else. It's just one fall. It's just one match. It's not best of three.
Yeah, it was one each round. So like I made my way through.
But shouldn't it be? Because one is like you had said, one misstep, and
Yeah.
it's one thing in
Yeah.
boxing when you get knocked out. But you need more than one round to make adjustments and things like that. Do you believe that if it would have been a best of three, that you would have won?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, definitely.
Because you would have adjusted.
I would have tried to figure out a little bit. I knew he was going to keep that pressure on me, I was going to try to do a little step out of the way, maybe hit him with a spin move and let his weight just carry him out the circle. So
the laws of inertia would have taken him to the K lot.
So I would have went to halftime adjustments, unlike some people around this city, and tried to figure it out. And
Yeah, you got to go belly southpaw every once in a while too.
You do. You have to
You gotta
switch
go
it
to
up
the
like
left.
Rocky.
Yeah.
All right. So here's my question: would you be interested if Ray took his shirt off and you guys? Wait, now is there weight classes? Are you able? Because Ray's the lightweight class. Would you?
He takes number 2's bigger than Ray. What are you talking about?
Ray, would you be interested in going head to head with? I mean, listen, Brendan's a big
Belly
star
to
now.
belly?
But take your shirt off, you guys, right out there in the Comcast Business Studio Lounge out there. What do you think?
He'll knock me off the 4th floor.
He will.
Yeah.
I agree.
Oh,
I think we can eat a bowl of
side.
soup out of Ray's chest.
I don't want to steal Jason's bit because it's his original bit, but it feels like that maybe there should be some type of a rematch here with you and shirt off Dom. What's his name?
no shirt
shirt
Dom.
Dom.
No shirt Dom. I think there should
whole
be some
thing.
type of a rematch.
Yeah,
and being that you were a part of it, why wouldn't we do it here?
No, absolutely. This is like the preparation league. This is the G League, the
Yeah.
preparation league,
Yeah,
H League.
I know a promotions guy that can set it up too.
That's what I'm saying. All you need to do is get with promotions here at 97.5 The Fanatic
Well,
and set it up. Do you think Big Dom would be willing to take? Because Big Dom can say no, because the only thing he could do is lose. He beat you in front of Jason Kelsey, so
you gotta
why
work
would he
your way.
allow a rematch?
Ah, it's a great point. Dom's a super great guy. But
But if he's a chicken, he would refuse it, right?
yeah, definitely. So
He's not going to help you train. And you don't want him to see your training.
yeah, we had an opportunity. We went back to the Hungry Dogs tailgate afterwards, and everybody's like, "Oh, we need a rematch here. We need a rematch here." But I think both of us had the consensus of like, let's build this thing up a little bit more, Because this is
Don't
prime.
disrespect the match that just happened.
No, we can't just throw it around willy nilly. So we got to build it up like a Pacquiao Floyd Mayweather type fight.
Yeah, I like that.
But that was a letdown.
It was.
It was built up to be great, but then it was a bad match. Jason, do you think that it's cheesy to steal the idea?
No, I don't think you're stealing. I think you're just preparing our registrant to perform at the top level.
We're taking a good idea and we're excited because unless they're saying, "Hey, we want to have this rematch," which they may want to do. You work here, so it's not like that I'm poaching somebody else.
And we're giving them credit.
Yeah, we're giving them credit.
Hey, Kelsey's the top sports podcast. He went into our lane. We could go into his lane with Belly Button.
Absolutely.
Sure did.
Ray makes it great. How about that?
Yeah.
That's a great point.
And
How
Ray,
about that?
we have a trained play-by-play professional that could give the
going.
could get the play-by-play. Now, who would be the analyst on it?
We got maybe Baldy.
Get
a Baldy breakdown.
Or no, we need maybe a former Wing Bowl winner, a big a
Bill
large
Simmons.
guy.
Yeah, El Wingador.
El Wingador.
What about Sloth?
No,
He's the one that
maybe.
puked.
Was Sloth puke?
He was
I don't remember
That
any
guy.
of the winners. All right, well, listen, Brendan, congratulations. Listen, you made the finals.
I did.
You're a big star.
Yeah, no, it was
You're on your way.
It was awesome, and it's cool to see Jason give me some love on the biggest show in the
Your
area.
DMs blow up.
We'll see. Brendan Petrilli, Instagram, Twitter, all that jazz.
A few lassies dipping into your DMs now.
Yeah, right.
I saw
Hey, he's down the
you
buck.
belly bucking.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, Brendan, thanks,
hip
buddy.
training could be a big part of this too.
We'll work on it. It's changed me. We're gonna make this
Because
happen.
we have the area back where the basketball court is,
Yeah.
where I don't know if they still do stuff, but that upper parking lot back here, we used to do stuff because that's where the building would let us do stuff out there.
Yeah, I remember.
No
that.
reason why we couldn't roll out some kind of mat.
Yeah.
We just have to get some undercards as well.
Yeah,
Like Cole LaRullo against who?
Ricky.
Yeah, I don't know if they want to do that.
Do it against each other.
We got to get a grudge match. We need Ray against somebody.
That's the fit class. Raised a welterweight class or a lightweight class.
I know one guy. He'd be terrified of me. Would be Ricky Bowe. Ricky Bowe wants none of this smoke. But other than that, I think there'd be there'd be some good matchups out there. I'd like a Rodman Dutz matchup. A couple producers.
That would be good.
Yeah.
Dutz against Sean Rodman.
Yeah,
for sure. Bill Colarulo's calling out Ray Dunn and saying he wants him in the belly bucket.
Well, who doesn't? Ray
Of
weighs.
course.
What do you weigh? 130 pounds?
Soaking wet.
Yeah,
That wouldn't be very fair. So you just issued a challenge to Ricky Batalco.
Oh yeah, I'll take Ricky any day.
Belly bucking. A challenge to
That's
Ricky
like
Batalco.
a fight between like Tyson and like Jelly
Butterbean.
Bean. Yeah, Butterbean, not Jelly Bean.
Jelly Bean's a bunny. All right, thanks, Brendan. Appreciate
All
it.
right, thank
Good
you.
job,
All right,
man.
Thank you.
We'll come back. I have some wife talk issues that I want to talk about.
Oh,
on the
nice.
side. That's
I
coming
always
up
have
next.
those.
It is Middays with Marks 97.5 The Fanatic.
Every NFL Thursday is your chance to hit the jackpot on FanDuel in partnership with Valley Forge, because with FanDuel's Thursday touchdown jackpot, you can win a share of $2 million in bonus bets each week. So to get on this Thursday's action, I know you're going to be tuned into this Thursday's action, Cowboys-Lions. All you have to do is place an anytime touchdown score bet before the game kicks off. If your player scores the first or last touchdown of the game, you'll win your bet plus a share of bonus bets. Now, a week ago, I kind of backed off that Jahmyr Gibbs anytime touchdown score once I heard that Bill Colarulo was giving that one out as a part of his pass-the-leg parlay. He didn't end up scoring a touchdown last week, and I know with Dan Campbell at the helm calling plays for that team, he has made an effort early on his time calling plays to get Gibbs involved. I think he goes back to the well with that this week against that Cowboys team. I think Gibbs is a great choice for your anytime touchdown score. And maybe he will score that first touchdown for the Lions. Visit FanDuel.com/endzone. That's FanDuel.com/endzone for your chance to win a share of $2 million in bonus bets. Play your game with FanDuel, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. 21 plus in President Pennsylvania. Opt in. Must apply profit boost token on select market. Prize pool to be split equally among all eligible participants who made the correct first or last TD pick. Bonus issued as non-withdrawal bonus bets, which expire 21 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Sean.
All right, coming up, news at noon with Ray. Just a couple of things here. Some wife talk. I'm getting a wife talk open made too. That's what I one of my premiere segments that I used to have, and it's
therapy.
Well, it is, and it's also a way to. It's a parody song to Bad Boys. It's
Bad
wife
Boys.
talk. What you gonna do? What you gonna do when your wife hates you? So here's my wife talk, and it's that perfect time of year where it's the war of the thermostat.
Not at my house.
I like it. Well, you don't you have like your own separate area?
I do.
Yeah.
But I mean, me and my wife are in total agreement. We keep it at 60.
60 what?
60.
60 degrees?
60. 60.
Jason, that's entirely too cold. I can't get it below 68.
68. I'd be sweating my.
And then I'll come downstairs, and I get up before everybody. I'm up at 5. I come downstairs and I'll go over and look at the heat, and it'll be up to 69. And I'll be like, well, why does it go up to 69? It's just like, well, it was cold. But you're under the covers.
Yeah.
Like, if you want to put it to 70 when everybody's up, I'm fine with it being at 70. If everybody leaves for the day, you put it back down a little bit.
70.
60?
Yeah.
Dude, that is insane.
Yep, 60 degrees.
My
wife sleeps with the window open, too.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, this time of year.
So, hold on, it stays at 60?
We set it at 60.
Your house is never warmer than 60?
Not in the winter.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
This
See your breath
conversation
in the morning.
This conversation is taking a turn.
Yeah, she loves it like that. I do, too. She's a heat sleeper, so she gets really hot when she sleeps.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
I don't, but I don't mind the cold, so I love it cold.
I
sleep
fine
with a 25-pound weighted blanket.
I'm fine with ideally, I'd like it at 65, 66. That ain't working with my wife. So we've settled on 68 would be fine. Like 68,
okay, that's your
whatever. Like that's my. But then it'll always be up past that. It never goes up over 70. She's fine with that. Like it stays at 70. Why am I? I've been in houses where it's like, no,
does
we set
1
it to
degree
74.
matter?
Well, it matters for the Pico bill.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah,
it's I'm paying another mortgage with this Pico bill.
I totally agree. In my house, like the kids, like everybody, like loves to just leave lights on. Like I'll come up.
Oh, dude.
I'll come up after getting done like the podcast at like 1 a.m. My daughter who came downstairs. There's every light on downstairs.
On the house.
I'm like, are we trying to like land a spaceship in here? Like the overhead lights, the lamps, everything's on. I'm like, jeez.
Yep.
But yeah, 60 degrees, totally fine.
60 degrees.
60. Is that way cold, Ray?
Freezing.
I would almost think you can't even habitat your house at 60 degrees.
Oh yeah, we got plants in there and everything. Yeah.
Ray,
it's like a terrarium.
I mean, Ray can barely wipe his butt, so I don't even know if he has an opinion on this.
I'm in charge of the Pico bill now. At the new apartment, I've taken over the bills, so that's become.
So you have a thermostat?
Yeah.
What's the thermostat set at?
I believe it's at 68 right now.
Oh my
Okay.
God, you guys live so hot.
68 is not
It's
hot.
tropical.
I would say 70 is about average.
What? Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes.
We like it cold, man.
I'm fine with 68, 69, 70. I'm fine with it a little bit cooler. Just put a sweatshirt on.
It's even like where my studio is in the house is in my basement, which is half underground, and I have a walkout into a garage that walks out the back, obviously. And the ceilings in my basement are 19 feet because my house is built into a hill. So all that cold air falls down, and that's
19 feet.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
Yeah, so when we first moved in and the basement wasn't finished, it was like a racquetball court.
Right.
Just, concrete walls. It was awesome.
Right, so it must take a lot to heat that with the high ceilings.
No, we don't heat it.
So you don't heat it at all.
No, and it's like an ice box down there.
Oh,
it's
my
great.
God.
Yeah, and that's where I tend to sleep.
Well,
in the studio.
my wife talk segment was hijacked because Jason keeps his house at 60 degrees. How can I top that?
Well, my old studio was in the lofted space because my garage is 19 feet. There's a lofted space in my garage. That's where my studio was before I moved it into the basement.
But what are people saying on the text line? I can't imagine.
I leave the garage door open, too, because I love the cold.
Oh, my God. I can't imagine people. I can't even. It's like 65 degrees. I can't imagine anybody does. Angry Al checks in on the text line. It says, I can't get my wife to leave it under 75.
75? What are you cooking eggs on like the counter?
I'm telling you, there's a lot of people that like it up in the 70s. I think I'm being reasonable with saying don't put it over 70, and at night you drop it a couple degrees. You have blankets on.
Yeah.
Right?
I'll get my wife, if she's home now, I'll tell her to send a picture of the thermostat.
My issue with my wife and the whole thing is that because a lot of people have the ring thermostats, or the not ring, what is it? The
smart one.
The smart thermostat you do from your phone. I can't access it on the phone because she says, well, I don't know the password. And she doesn't know the password. But I'll be like, okay, well, then give me the password so I can then change this. Because, like, for example, when I go to the shore for a week in the summer, I'm not leaving it on 70 degrees with the air conditioning on.
Yeah.
I'm going to put it at 80. Or I actually Google it. I think it says to leave it at like 78 or something like that.
Yeah,
and then
it's
the day
better for
before,
regular.
you put it down to whatever. And then by the time you get home, it's fine.
Yeah.
But then it's like we forget to do it, and I'm like, well, you got to bring it down. Well, I can't access it. I forget what the password is, and so I don't even have access to the stupid thermostat.
Yeah, I had an
Fix
alarm.com one, but I don't have the password anymore either. I used to be able to do it from my phone.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, I just sent a text to the old lady saying, send me a picture of the thermostat. People don't believe that we
It's the most outrageous thing I've heard in a
60
long
degrees,
time.
yeah.
We have a lot of people reacting the way that John and I have. We do have Sean in Cinnaminson saying, our house is 57 to 61, no higher. 68 is insane and way too hot.
I agree.
Anything over 68 is insane.
Okay.
There's been times where, like in the fall when it's getting cold, that we haven't turned the heat on yet. Well, we'll come down in the morning, and it'll be 54 degrees now.
Holy cow.
I'm not even kidding. And then we turn on
It's like
our
you're in a
fireplace.
barn.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
No, like
Perfect.
my in-laws, and I just thought they're like 74. Whenever I go over there in the winter, it's like they'll set it to 74.
Yeah.
Which is entirely too hot. I don't
Yeah.
want it at 74.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, cold doesn't bother me. It's always easier to get warm than it is to get cool.
Herb sets it to 70 to 73. Herb from Northeast Philly. But he gets free heat because it comes with his apartment, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, if my heat was free,
You wouldn't do it.
it wouldn't matter.
This is outrageous.
Yeah. No.
All right. Coming up, news and
60 degrees.
60 degrees.
Ow.
60.
Well, your poor kids.
About that?
They love it.
Yeah, until they move out and they're like, what have we been doing?
No, kids love it cold in my house.
Do you
my
have-
daughters sleep with their windows open?
What's your Pico bill? Like $100?
No, because everybody leaves the lights on and the TV's on everywhere.
I'm bad with the lights.
I walk around turning off lights, putting lids on things, and closing cabinets all friggin' day.
Me too.
Because it drives me nuts. But they all got this from my wife. Like, they'll put something in the fridge and the lids are like on cockeyed. Drives me bananas.
But when you're a kid, it doesn't, because I'm sure I did the same thing when I was a kid. When you start paying your bills and you're like, all right, well, like it's another.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. I'll go upstairs and every bedroom light will be on. The hall light will be on. The two bathroom lights will be on.
Yeah.
The closet, my walk-in closet will be on. No one's upstairs.
Yeah.
Drives me nuts.
Yeah.
And like the more you complain about it, it doesn't matter.
No, they don't hear you.
They don't hear me. Every night, my daughter actually finally started doing this, but every night, even with me saying, put your clothes in the hamper. Clothes thrown on the bathroom floor after a shower.
Yep.
If
Wet towel on the carpet?
Wet towel on the ground. So you know what I did? Took her iPad. And I said, you can get your iPad back. Like, it's going to be a daily thing. You leave your clothes on the ground. You don't put them in the hamper.
Yep.
I
No
take the iPad. You don't get it till the next day.
Yeah.
So she's been doing it.
Take the devices.
Ray, are you messy? You a messy guy?
Compared to my roommates, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I've got two very neat roommates, so I'm the problematic one.
Is your car disgusting? Do you have a lot of trash in your
for
car?
sure. But it's at this point, it's that car. Like if I got a new car that's nicer, I would take care of it.
Yeah,
That's not true.
Thank you,
No,
Jason.
it absolutely
Not
would
true.
be the case.
You would end up reverting to what you are eventually.
I don't think-
And that car, this new car would become that car.
Oh, it's not a new car. Trust me.
No. I mean, but it
if
would.
you got a new car,
it would become a messy car.
yeah.
Because that's just who you are when it comes to the car. But like,
I also don't drive anyone around, so I don't have anyone that I'm like bringing into the car.
So describe how bad your car is. Is it food trash? Is it?
Yeah, it's like leftover trash.
so there's my thermostat. My old lady just sent me this text. It says, set to 60, but I put on the fireplace to warm it up in the AM. It's 58 sometimes in here. See how at the top it says set to 60. Yeah.
You people are wild. I just
make
live
the-
outside.
I make the bed in the home studio every day.
Yeah, see, I never make my bed ever.
I love getting into a made bed.
You make the bed.
I pull all the pillows off, tighten the sheets, everything, every day.
Like you're in the military, you make the
Yep.
bed?
And I lay out my clothes for the next day, folded and everything.
What's wrong with you?
I
Right,
was
you make the
never
bed?
that organized before, having my own space.
On the weekend, yeah, when I wake up, for sure. During the weekdays,
sure?
I'm just trying to get out of it.
My wife makes the bed 90% of the time. I make the bed 0%. The only time I'll
love
make
it.
the bed is if I'm folding laundry and that's where I put the laundry when I
To
fold it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the only
what I do
time
too.
I'll do it.
I'll dump the entire hamper right on the bed
yeah.
and just sit there and watch TV, watch a little F1, and fold laundry for 3 hours.
All right, coming up, featuring a News at Noon of all NBA All-Star talk. News at Noon featuring NBA All-Star talk.
You got Mr. NBA here. Perfect.
NBA All-Star talk, Chris Paul, more on Lane Kiffin. And then at some point, we have a new Doc Rivers. Oh, I can't wait to get to it. Doc Rivers being Doc Rivers last night. That's not going to be in the News at Noon, but we'll play that coming up in the
Fired an
12 o'clock
envelope,
hour.
too.
That's coming up next. Middays with Marks, 97.5 The Fanatic.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
Addressing the criticism, I'm Ray Dunn with this Fanatic Sports Update. The Eagles' offense continues to sputter, and the criticism continues to come every which way for the Eagles' offensive coordinator, Kevin Patullo, who met with the media yesterday, talked about dealing with that criticism.
You know the pressure's there, but we all accept it because we ultimately want to be at the highest part of our coaching career and continue to working through that, and this is part of it. It's a challenge, and so it's very unique and it's fun.
It's a challenge to deal with the criticism. Right now, it's a challenge for this offense to do just about anything as they try to find answers before their Monday night matchup with the Los Angeles Chargers. We spoke to James Palmer earlier on in the show. You catch that one more time on our website or the Fanatic app. Nick Sirianni to speak in the 12 o'clock hour. Flyers scored 3 goals in 59 seconds of the first period last night, and they took that to a 5-2 win over the Buffalo Sabres at home. Tonight at Xfinity Mobile Arena, it's the 76ers and Warriors at 7 o'clock. That game you can hear right here on The Fanatic. This update is brought to you by Mercedes-Benz. Despite wintry conditions and heavy traffic, holidays must go on. That's why Mercedes-Benz SUVs come with the latest safety technology. Find incredible offers at the Mercedes-Benz Holiday Love Celebration. I'm Ray Dunn on your home for the Sixers, Flyers, and the best birds talk in town. 97.5 The Fanatic and 97.5thefanatic.com.
Welcome back, Middays with Marks, Martinez, Ray Dunn. News and noon coming up in a second. This is one of these topics that we stumbled on that I'll be at the grocery store later today, and I'll have someone yelling across produce being like, Martinez is nuts. 60 degrees?
Ain't growing any produce in my house.
You don't even need. Do you need a refrigerator in your house, or you just keep everything out?
No, the refrigerator's outside this time of year on the deck.
Do you have plumbing in your house? I mean, what are we dealing with?
We do, but it does not freeze.
It does not. That's good.
We have antifreeze.
All right, that's good. By the way, don't miss a minute of Middays with Mark. Subscribe now wherever you get your podcasts. And if you're loving the show, and we know you're loving the show, just drop us a 5-star review. It will help spread the word and keep the conversation rolling. So make sure you hit that subscribe button today. And on YouTube, as we talk about a lot, we have our YouTube community of live viewers and chatters. However, if you don't get to catch the show live, you can always go back and watch whenever you want to.
Yeah.
All right, just make sure you're
on demand.
On demand. Just go and make sure you're subscribing to 97.5 The Fanatic and go back and watch the show whenever you want to. And the podcast version on demand, it's hour by hour. So you can go in and you can say, oh, they're talking about a thermostat in the second hour of the show. Let me see what that was about.
Yeah. That's the fun stuff.
That's the fun stuff.
Yeah.
That's what I look
60
for.
60 degrees.
60 degrees in Jason Martinez.
Yeah.
All right, so check all that good stuff out. Let's get to the news at noon.
This city needs its news.
Now, it's time for
I'd like to be remembered as a good newsman.
the News at Noon
That's the coolest story I've ever heard in my entire life. That's insane.
with Ray Dunn.
All right, we have Mr. NBA here today, so I had to bring a couple of NBA stories to the table because I knew he'd just be enthralled for the conversation surrounding the NBA All-Star Game. Everyone loves it. It's my favorite.
Man.
My favorite content cycle every year is, oh man, football's over. Let's debate the merits of the NBA All-Star Game.
Now, see what you know what I like doing? Complaining about the dunk contest, how it's not good anymore.
It's my favorite thing. Oh, they don't take the dunk contest. None of the stars play. The game, nobody tries.
Right, no defense.
That's a show sheet you can bank every single year.
610-632-0975. What can you do to fix the NBA All-Star Game?
We'll get there.
Cancel it. There you go.
So Dwayne Wade kind of goes down this thought process and calls for something that's similar to what I have always wanted from the NBA All-Star festivities.
I think we should do the All-Star. I don't feel like we should stop and do the All-Star game in the middle of the season no more. Like, we're changing all kind of things. Let's change that too. Let's stop trying to put some paint on that wall.
Huh.
Like,
so how does that look? How do you see that happening? Like,
I see the Pro Bowl.
so is that before or after? Like, so when does it happen in regards to playoffs? When would you see it happen in regards to playoffs?
I don't know the schedule yet, but I look at it like Pro Bowl. Like, this should be, like, for me, the All-Star game should be a trip, a vacation, an experience for the people who making it and the families who are part of it.
So get rid of the game, because anytime you have to compare...
just take a cruise.
Yes.
So if he thinks, because he does realize the Pro Bowl doesn't happen anymore.
Yeah.
Because with
Nobody wants to go.
football's a little bit different. The end of a season, and these guys have been beating each other up all year. Now you're going to ask them to tackle each other in an exhibition. Nobody wants to do that. It's actually fine. Major League Baseball All-Star Game's fine. It is what it is. All right? Like, these guys don't want to play defense. They don't want to put themselves in injury risk. Like, at some point, you have to realize it's an exhibition, and it's not going to be great. It's not going to be great.
It's not for the game. It's for the sponsors. It's for the host city.
It's really
for
not
the guys that make.
It's really not even for the fans anymore because it's mostly unwatchable. Yeah, I'll be honest with you. I can't tell you the last time I tuned into any of it at all.
No, me neither. I don't even watch the NHL All-Star stuff.
You don't?
No. It doesn't resemble the sport to me, even though they tried this 3-on-3 tournament. I'm not into that. So I take a break when they take the All-Star break.
Right. Yeah, you're covering the team every day. You want that break.
I'll take the Olympic break, the 19 days this year. Now I'll watch the Olympics. That's different.
Sure.
That's best on best. And when the NBA's in the Olympics, you'll watch that. But an All-Star game, like, at this point, do we even have to have the game if it wasn't for the sponsors?
No, nobody actually
Just
cares.
name an All-Star team.
Nobody actually cares, but they need it. Like, when people used to complain about the Pro Bowl, and I was fine with the Pro Bowl. Keep having it. I'm not going to complain. It's an exhibition.
Yeah.
It's an exhibition. You don't want to watch it? Don't watch it. I don't watch the NBA All-Star Game. Maybe I tune in Saturday night for the
skills.
For the 3-point shooting contest is pretty cool.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, that's not appointment television. Like, hey, no, sorry, honey. I don't want to go to the movies. I'm watching the NBA All-Star game.
The problem with justifying the NBA All-Star game, Ray, is that half of the stars in the NBA are already load managed down to about 70 games a year.
Yeah, they won't play in regular season games.
Yeah, why what are we doing?
So get rid of the game. The vacation thing, to me, is perfect. Give me all access to them, all at the resort. I want a Netflix-style, backstage, behind-the-scenes series of them all on vacation together. I want to see them playing cards. Who wins at cards? I want to see who wins on the ping pong table. I want to see behind the scenes of James Harden going out. Give them the all-expenses-paid vacation. And the only thing is, we got cameras rolling on you boys.
Nobody's going to show up for the all-expense vacation if you got cameras rolling.
Right.
All right, well, then you're going to go back to doing the All-Star game that you hate.
Yeah.
So.
Right. But, like, and you also wouldn't watch it if it was sanitized. So unless it's
either real or not.
Yeah, either like James Harden at a strip club, sure, you want to see these guys what they're really like.
He knew there were cameras there when he brought out that Daryl Morey's a liar.
All right,
I think we underrate what they would do for a camera.
Give me some Chris Paul stuff.
All right, moving on to Chris Paul. A really weird situation with him and the Clippers. The Clippers are just annoyed that he tried to be a leader when he went back there. And you can tell that he was done a disservice because DeMarcus Cousins, who has thrown basketballs at him, called him a cheater, said that he's a jerk, basically called him every name in the book, feels bad for the guy.
I can't sit here and say I agree with it. I think this is complete BS. He is one of the greats in this game. And I know I've been critical of CP in the past, and, I still hate out the guy, but at the end of the day, he deserves his flowers, and you can never knock him for being one of the greats in this game.
He can't help himself.
Wow. So I don't remember who I heard say this, but the basic talk is that Chris Paul with the Clippers, and he's 40 years old. It's the last year. He's going to retire after the year. He's not happy. Essentially, the Clippers, the players run the Clippers, and not very successfully because, they're under 500 this year. They stink. So James Harden's being James Harden, strip clubs and everything else. And like the team, Tyronn Lue has no power on anything. And Chris Paul was challenging the team and challenging the players, and they decided that wasn't what anybody wanted.
God forbid.
So they got rid of him.
Right. All of a sudden, Chris Paul is a problem. Look at OKC. He goes there, all of a sudden SGA is the MVP. He goes to Phoenix. They end up making a finals run. He's never been the problem before. If you think Chris Paul's the problem, you are the problem.
Right.
And this is an organization that's probably going to retire his jersey, and they're just throwing him out the door, like in the middle of the night.
Zipping him right out.
It's terrible. Speaking of leaving in the middle of the night, Lane Kiffin, he's gone. He's at LSU.
What a rat.
Athletic director, got a chance to set the record straight on a number of things. This is maybe the most PC way to say that someone's full of crap ever.
There's been a lot of things he said publicly that I'm not sure are totally accurate. I think that both coach and his representation knew, several weeks ago that the coaching in the playoffs was not going to be an option if he was not the Ole Miss head coach. I think
him finding out at 8:30 on Sunday morning for the very first time that he would not be coaching the playoff is not accurate?
No, that's not accurate.
So, and that's the news at noon. I had reading an article, and then included in the article were a bunch of tweets from players, and not just rogue players, team captains, seniors, players like that retweeted Lane Kiffin's tweet saying that essentially Lane Kiffin said, "Hey, you go talk to those players, and they're gonna tell you that I need to keep coaching, and they're gonna beg for you to allow me to coach."
Yeah.
And the tweet from the players was, "That's not accurate. That's not how we felt, and none of that's the case." In fact, it is said that they were tired of the distraction and everything that went along.
They all
with
wanted
Lane.
to move on.
They wanted him gone.
Yeah.
They were more worried about the positional coaches and what happens next, but they knew that he was gone, and at this point, they were just exhausted with the entire thing.
Just get it done already.
Go.
Yeah.
So he goes out publicly, Lane Kiffin, and is like, "I'm the victim. I wanted to coach these poor kids, and these kids, they wanted me to stay, and they were begging me to stay, and they wouldn't let me stay. That bastard athletic director and chancellor, they fired me. They wanted me to stay." And the players are like, "No, we didn't."
Yeah, Mike Gundy's like, "That's not true."
Right. Wow. Yeah, and you can see exactly what was happening.
Yeah.
I mean, he was interviewing. Did you read the ESPN piece? What's the college football or the investigative guy? Mark something. But he did it was a big write-up where he took you through everything. They've been telling him for weeks that if you take the LSU job, you're not continuing.
No, you
the
got to go.
season. And if they would have been in the SEC championship game, so in other words, if Alabama would have lost over the weekend, they probably would have let him coach in the SEC championship game.
Yeah.
But all along, he's known what was going to happen. In where in sports, and the system's totally broken. And it's crazy what happens in college football. But how did he think that he was going to go to LSU, announce it, and Ole Miss was going to say, "Yeah, you can keep coaching"?
Yeah,
sure, absolutely. It was never going to happen.
It's a massive tampering situation. It's a conflict of interest. You can't.
We're going to a chief rival. We're going to be playing you here next year.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, keep coaching us in the college football playoff.
Yeah, no chance. No chance in hell.
And it's insulting that he even thought that he could put it out there. That should have been the case.
Yeah, that's just the me.
All right, coming up, in addition to the news at noon that you heard, Doc Rivers is annoyed again. So we have some Doc Rivers, something new for the drop board as well.
Dumbass question.
Plus, the Sixers host the Warriors tonight, and there's some familiar names on the injury report. We'll talk about Joel Embiid and the Sixers
Whether you
coming
like
up
it or
next.
not.
That's coming up next. It is Middays with Marks, 97.5, The Fanatic.
Start your
I'll read through the chat on the YouTube.
So last segment of the show, just to remind people, the YouTube chat recap. We'll give the best ones, but I'm sure the thermostat discussion is...
Yeah. Andrew says, 60 degrees? Do you have to store corpses in your body? He goes, Christ. Jason lives in an igloo.
Honestly, if you had a dead body, it probably wouldn't smell for a couple days at that temperature.
No, it's like Phil Carbone in the meat truck in Goodfellas. They had to thaw him out 3 days.
What a
just to
scene
do
that
the
is.
Autopsy.
What a scene that is.
That's my Ray Liotta, which sucked, by the way.
Goodfellas?
Yeah.
Top 5 movie.
Yeah, agreed.
Ray, you seen Goodfellas? It is 1990.
I actually have.
35 years old. Isn't that crazy?
What?
1990, right?
Oh, my
Goodfellas?
God.
It's at
How
least.
about
insane.
that?
It really it is a great movie.
It
Goodfellas.
still holds up.
No, it sure does. Oh no, definitely stuff like I can like Shawshank and those movies I can watch pretty much any time that I see it and I can watch
You
it.
pick up at any point?
It's a on
Rudy pick up at any point?
Rudy?
Yeah.
Rudy Rudiger?
Yeah. That's a pick up at any point.
Rudy.
Yeah.
Rudy. No, I don't ever see it. Where's Rudy?
Few Good Men pick up at any point?
Oh, for
absolutely.
Sure. Yeah, but like there's a difference between pick up at any point, great movie, pick up any point, movie.
Yeah.
There's a lot of movies that I can pick up, like Police Academy 4. If I found, I would pick it up at any
What?
point. Oh, Cop, Citizens on Patrol. It's a great one.
That movie.
No, it doesn't. You
The
know,
original, the OG's good.
the original. You know what the second one is?
No.
The second one is their first assignment. The third one's Back in Training. The fourth one is Citizens on Patrol. The fifth one's Assignment Miami Beach.
Oh, my God.
And the sixth one is Save Our City, which that's where it officially.
The
jumped
fact
the
that
shark.
you know the title of all 6 Police Academy movies is not lost on me. Oh, my God. That is incredible.
Commandant Eric Lassard. I mean, come on, what a great character. Bobcat Goldthwait and Sweet Chuck.
Yeah, I do like
Zed?
Bobcat Gold. I forgot about that guy.
Steve Guttenberg, who I don't think's done anything since then.
No, the one guy with the crazy sounds and everything.
Motormouth Jones, Michael Winslow.
Yeah, did you ever see him do "A Whole Lot of Love" by Led Zeppelin?
No,
he goes like, boom, 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 and he plays, and he, like it's insane.
He's like Conklin on steroids.
Oh, it's insane. Like
Michael
the
Winslow.
guitar sounds and everything he can do.
Bubba Smith.
Bubba Smith, yeah, I do remember that.
It's a great movie.
Yeah.
All right, so here's what's not great. The 76ers. The Warriors tonight. So Joel Embiid is doubtful to play in the game. We'll play the Doc Rivers stuff coming up here this segment. But Joel Embiid is doubtful for the game. Has that changed, Ray?
Breaking news.
All right.
That has not changed.
So he had missed 9 straight games. On Saturday, he was ruled out. Because I remember seeing it. And it was just like, I had no reaction. The dude's always going to be hurt.
Yeah.
Right? So he's ruled out. And then I wasn't even watching the game on Sunday. The NFL's on or whatever. But I'm like, oh, that's right. The Sixers are playing. So I went and took a look at the score. And he's playing. I'm like, well, what the hell happened? He's ruled out for a game. Like, everybody's got to understand this, especially with what's going on with gambling. You can't rule a player out and then he is like, now the designations, the injury designations are important because of the gambling stuff.
Yep.
So NFL teams for years would lie on injury reports or whatever, but now, they probably still do it, but you're supposed to be honest. You can't hide people. You can't say the guy's not injured and then he was actually injured. If you get caught, you're going to get fined a lot. Sixers got fined $100,000 for Embiid playing in the game on Sunday because weren't being accurate. Yeah, they weren't being accurate. They ruled him out. So now they're ruling him doubtful. And I can promise you this. This isn't the 76ers being a bad organization. No. This is Joel Embiid and the lack of communication and pretty much just Joel Embiid doing whatever he wants to do. Before the season last year, do you remember how the Sixers really had no injury updates if he was going to be able to start the season? That was because they didn't know.
Yeah.
Because Embiid isn't giving information or Embiid is running the show. So, I'm not telling you the Sixers haven't done a lot of wrong things over the years. It's official to me, and it's been like this for a long time. I just want it over with. I just want it done.
You've had enough.
And the problem is, you know how much money he's owed?
$150 million?
$150 million, more than that.
220?
Might be something like he's owed. I got to pull it up again right now. So I was looking at it yesterday. He's owed $70 million in 2029.
Oh my God.
Yep.
What if he retires? Is that to go?
He ain't retiring, oh boy.
They got to pay. Yeah, no way he's retiring.
he would have to just like he gets paid and he goes away. Maybe in the year 2028, 2029, he's owed $69 million. He's making 55 this year, 59.5 next year, 64 the year after, and then 4 years from now, he's making $69 million.
How old will he be in 4 years? 39?
Is he 31 now? No, he's 35. I think he's 31.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
But he's got the body of an 80-year-old.
Dude, listen, I don't even want to argue with people about Joel Embiid. Joel Embiid's an amazing...
I agree with you. I just want to be done with it.
He's an amazing talent. He had a lot of great years here. It's a damn shame they weren't able to get to a finals because there was a lot of talent on that team. I don't want to argue about Joel Embiid anymore. I just can't take it.
Yeah. You've had enough. Look, we reach a point where you go, okay, I just can't do it anymore.
Correct.
I can't have the angst over this presence. You got to move on. And I mean, he's untradeable. Obviously,
nobody's taking on that contract. No, like you have to hope that you get a waiver from the league to where he's not retiring because he wants to get paid, but he's just not playing anymore. And then the league says, okay, we're going to give you relief because he's unable to play.
Yeah, why would they give him relief though?
I think they can, right? Like in certain instances.
Medically retired? Yeah, I don't know. I'm not really sure how they would get that, but it's depressing. Like the injury report is not just doubtful; it's doubtful with left and right knee.
Yeah.
I mean,
and that ain't getting better.
Yeah, that's
no, because the right knee's not even the bad knee, and that's what's been quote unquote keeping him out.
Ugh, it's so over.
And even when he plays, I mean, I almost feel bad for him out there because he's an amazing talent. Defensively, he's just cooked.
It's depressing.
It is.
Let me ask you this: where were you on the process?
I was fine with it.
You are. I was not.
Okay.
I thought it was sacrilegious. I understood a year. It was winless for Wiggins, if I recall, for Andrew Wiggins. But that turned into another year, and then another year, and then it was 4 years.
So I think the process, a lot of it got screwed by injury. They didn't draw it up to be that bad for that long.
But that's why it was flawed, because the injury part.
You know why it was flawed? Because they didn't get enough good players to win.
But you're never going to.
And that's
the crapshoot.
This whole idea, and people will still say it, and it drives me nuts. Like, oh, if they would have let Sam Hinkie finish the job, they would have been fine. If Sam Hinkie didn't start the season 1-29, and that was like year 4 of the process, they wouldn't have forced him out.
No, but it got to the point where it was so
bad,
ridiculous.
Dude. You can't do that many years in a row.
Yeah,
that's terrible look for the league.
Think about like people that were in high school when the process started. A freshman in high school, and when you're a senior, they have a collective 38 wins in those 4 years you were in high school. Like what that does for this
it was still
pathetic.
Knowing how it ends up, obviously you would say, well, I wouldn't do it anymore. I still think it was the right move, and they can't. I mean, really, the thing about it is they should have at least made an NBA final. Those teams were good.
Yeah.
Before Ben Simmons got in his own head, Ben Simmons was a good player.
Yeah.
When they had JJ Redick, and Bede was in his prime and was healthy and everything. I mean, that was Jimmy Butler. They had a really, really good team.
Yeah.
Rocco.
Yep. Covington. Yep. They were a good team, and they just couldn't get past the second round.
Nope.
And
they came close.
They lose to Toronto. Toronto wins an NBA championship with Kawhi.
Even against the Celtics with James Harden, they were that close to winning that series.
Yep.
Didn't they have a series lead in that Ray? Weren't they up
3-2 and winning in the fourth quarter of Game 6?
And they choked it out.
Who was the coach of that team? Was
Doc.
I don't remember it.
Don't know basketball.
The king of the third quarters too.
I know it was him.
It's a dumbass question.
His substitutions drove people crazy.
Well, he would wait until
don't know basketball.
He would wait until it was over. Then he would make the substitution about 5 minutes too late.
Yeah.
Go look at the Hawks rotations in that series.
Yeah, losing to the Hawks, even with Ben Simmons being broken, is still like it's inexcusable. That was such a coaching loss. It really, really was.
Yeah.
All right. Well, listen. I promised we'd get to Doc.
Let's get to him.
No, we didn't because we ran out of time.
No, we'll get to him coming up.
We'll get to him coming up.
Yeah.
Because Doc Rivers, Giannis is going to get traded, and Doc Rivers has literally come in. Remember they hired him because didn't they have one of the best records in the NBA, and they fired their coach because Doc was, they're going to bring in Doc. And that team is tanked. They're terrible this year. They're going to end up trading Giannis, and Doc has his fingerprints all over it. All over it. Doc Rivers, he's being asked about Giannis being traded. He's already tired of answering the questions. We have that for you covered up next. Also, An update on Darius Slay, who was claimed by the Bills.
How about it? Is he refusing?
We're going to find out next. And also, Nick Sirianni speaking. We'll bring you the best of Sirianni. That's coming up next. Middays with Marks, 97.5 The Fanatic.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
Still in charge. I'm Ray Dunn with this Fanatic Sports Update. It's brought to you by Groundworks. Your trained and certified experts for basement waterproofing and foundation repair since 1997. Book your free inspection at groundworks.com. As the Eagles offense continues to sputter, the man in charge of it continues to hear the criticism. Kevin Patullo was asked when he met with the media this week if he is still in charge of everything he's been in charge of throughout this season.
Nick has said you're still calling plays. In terms of the way that you approach that role and the game planning of it, any of the responsibilities that you do or maybe delegate, have you changed any of those things?
No, I'm still calling the plays.
Still calling the plays, still looking for answers. They're hoping to find him Monday night against the Chargers in L.A. We spoke to James Palmer earlier on in the show. You catch that conversation one more time on our website or the Fanatic app. Nick Sirianni speaking with the media. We'll get you the best of what he had to say here in the 12 o'clock hour. Flyers scored 3 goals in 59 seconds of the first period in a 5-2 win over the Buffalo Sabres last night at Xfinity Mobile Arena. Tonight at Xfinity Mobile Arena, 76ers, Warriors at 7 o'clock. You can listen to that game right here on The Fanatic. This update's brought to you by Audible. Stuck in traffic, Audible's romance collection will have you falling fast in the slow lane. Satisfy every side of you with rom-coms, romantasy, and the really steamy stuff. Listen free with a 30-day trial at audible.com. I'm Ray Dunn on your home for the Sixers, Flyers, the best bird talk in town. 97.5 The Fanatic.
All right, we're back middays with Marks, Jason Martinez, Ray Dunn. Coming up at 12:55, your chance to win Flyers tickets.
What's the game?
I got to check it out right now. It's a pair of tickets to the Flyers and the Golden Knights.
Oh, Vegas.
So you get the tickets, but you also get an itty bitty gritty.
Oh, cool.
Itty bitty gritty. Do you know what the itty bitty gritty is, Jason?
I imagine it's a little stuffed animal or something.
Shop the latest itty bitty gritty outfits and accessories at Gritty's Chaos Factory at Xfinity Mobile Arena. Get your Flyers tickets, PhiladelphiaFlyers.com.
It's like the Build-A-Bear thing. Type thing.
You know what I think it is? Is it like this big?
It might be a little bigger.
There's this thing out there right now called a Labubu.
Labubu.
A Labubu is essentially like a little stuffed animal, but they're like $60 each.
And accessories too?
Yeah.
Oh, no doubt.
Yeah. It's like an American Girl doll.
Yeah.
There's an American Girl. There's an American Girl store in New York City, in Manhattan, that we went to because my girls have
I've been there.
Girl dolls.
Yeah. My kids were younger.
Yeah, it's really cool. But like now I have, but you're paying. It's like I could get clothes for the same amount of money you're buying clothes for the doll.
I can get clothes way cheaper.
Yeah, you're right.
Are you kidding me? What I'm wearing right now, wouldn't even be one shirt for the American Girl doll.
Yeah, it says damn Labubu because there's knockoffs out there of the Labubu. So my one daughter, the kids at school told her Labubu was a knockoff.
A Bobo Labubu.
So now I'm going on because you go to the website, you can authenticate it.
Oh.
Based on the packaging or whatever. So I'm like, it's not a knockoff. It's a knockoff. It's fake.
It doesn't matter if it is now. Everybody thinks it is.
So now I'm showing her how it's authentic on the phone, and she doesn't care.
Yeah, she does not care. The Vegas game is a week from today, next Thursday.
Oh, awesome.
That's the return of Carter Hart.
Oh, man.
Who just got back into playing after his suspension and obviously everything that went on.
So. Well, is that a revenge game for Carter Hart? Is he going to stand on his head?
He won his first game.
Did he?
In the shootout. Yeah. So we'll see.
12:55.
Start.
We play Flyer in the Envelope. It's your chance out there to win tickets. So stay tuned. We'll do that coming up at 12:55. Then we'll have some talk as well. Doc Rivers. So Giannis, doesn't it seem like it's a foregone conclusion that Giannis is gone?
Just get out of there. Yeah.
Brian Windhorst, I heard yesterday, was saying that, or maybe this is even older than that, but that essentially he's told him he wants to go to the Knicks. So, hopefully the Bucks just don't give him away to the Knicks. You're talking about an all-time player in Giannis.
No, you got to get something in return for a team that's going to rebuild.
Like Brunson. I mean, you need good players. You need draft picks. Anyway.
Probably draft picks more than anything.
So, I guess the news came out in the last 2 days that now they're going to start to have conversations about what are we doing. The Bucks stink. They're under 500. I think they're on a losing streak as well. And Giannis has a calf injury now, too.
Oh, wow. Another calf injury for Giannis.
Right. Exactly. So, Doc, this is, I believe it's even opening up the press conference. Here's how it sounded. Was this before the game or after the game? Might have been before the game.
I believe before.
All right, here's Doc.
So here we go again. There's been no conversations. I want to make it clear just I would say one more time, but for the 50th time, it clearly is not getting the one network for sure. Giannis has never asked to be traded, ever. I can't make that more clear.
There's Doc.
Never asked. He hasn't asked. He's demanded.
Right. Yeah, I'm sure his age, I'm sure there's no conversations happening about trading him. And it puts Doc in a difficult situation because he doesn't. So he's trying to bully the reporters. Hey, don't ask this anymore.
Yeah, because it's a big distraction to everything.
And I don't know if they have a Howard Eskin in Milwaukee that doesn't care what Doc says.
Lord, I hope not.
It's going to make him ask even more.
So here we go again.
They're 2-8 in their last 10. By the way.
So here we go again.
Oh man.
Good old Doc. Yeah, they're screwed.
Yeah, Giannis hasn't asked for it. His agents did.
Right.
It's semantics.
Right.
Don't let the truth get in the way.
Like the Bucks, I don't believe said this. This was a report that was out there. But if they could come out and say that's not true. There's no conversations. That's a lie. Whoever reported this is absolutely wrong. This is fake. That hasn't been done. So he can come out and say that he hasn't asked for a trade. But if there's conversations happening between the player and the organization about him being moved, you know what that means, Jason? He's being moved. You don't have conversations about being moved unless it's already in the player's head that you're going to move me.
Yeah, and if it's in your head, you might as well move him. Shams just reported 10 minutes ago that he is out 2 to 4 weeks with a calf strain.
It was It was just when I first saw it, I'm like, is that an Achilles? Because that would have really that would have been bad for trade. But
at least it's calf and not Achilles. That's a good thing. So he still has value on the market.
All right. Well, we have a drop on the drop board, and it just gives us a chance to put Doc. All the old Doc drops that we have. It's just
back in rotation.
Yeah.
So here we go again.
Yep. That's a dumbass.
No basketball.
That's a good one, though. The "Here we go again" is a good one. He's so defeated, Sally.
So here we go again.
Here we go. The fact that he put "so" in there. So here we go. Oh,
You remember when?
So
Remember
Kelly,
when?
So.
What was it? It was one of the players was was bitching about. Was it Tobias Harris or no? It was the 3-point shooter that Danny Green was more or less trashing the city. And Doc, of course, is nowhere to be found. It was the offseason. And when he finally spoke, he was asked about it, and he's like, I was out playing golf. Like no one was asking me about this. I have no he more or less I have no opinion on this player.
I didn't even
trashing
hear
the
it.
team. Yeah. I was playing. He literally said I'm playing golf.
Yeah.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Common occurrence for him.
Yeah.
In season, out of season.
Yeah.
Doc likes the lifestyle of being an NBA coach.
And the pay.
5-star hotels.
Yep.
Dinners. Being away from. Is he even married?
The work
anymore? I don't
thing's a
even
bit
know.
of an issue.
Right.
Yeah, like actually, being engaged.
They go
not
to train-
knowing Danny Green said that was an issue.
They go to training camp, and it's where he wants to play golf. Is where they attend training camp. Days.
Yeah.
Charleston sounds nice this
Right,
time of year.
Right.
Yeah, let's go down there. I got a couple of tracks I haven't played.
Right. Good old
Plan
Doc.
things around your golf schedule.
All right, so what is this, Ray? I didn't see this. What is this? I guess Adam Schester's reporting. Darius Slay's not reporting to the Bills. So when a player is released, like Darius Slay was released from
Waived.
the Steelers, it goes, he goes through waivers.
Yeah, waiver wire.
So every team in the league has a chance to put in a waiver claim, and it goes based on record. So the worst team in the league would have a chance to claim him, which they're not going to do. And it all goes all the way down. So the Bills were one spot ahead of the Eagles, and they put in a waiver claim. Otherwise, the Eagles would have gotten him. What makes him so attractive to a team like the Bills and the Eagles is other than the need, based on the way his contract was set up, it was all signing bonus, and the base salary was very low.
Yeah.
So it's costing a team
peanuts.
Yeah, like a couple $100,000 to get him for the rest of the season. So they don't have to worry about salary cap or paying him $5 million. So the Bills put in a waiver claim. They were awarded Darius Slay. What is going on, Ray, with Darius Slay?
Drew Rosenhaus is speaking, so that's never a good thing.
Next
Rosenhaus said Slay is honored that a first-class organization like the Bills claimed him, but he's going to take some time away from football right now and decide in the next few days if he wants to keep playing. Translation, I didn't get to go where I wanted.
Yeah.
Translation, I didn't want to go. I don't want to go to Buffalo.
I'm not going to Buffalo and play when it's 5 degrees out.
Translation, I've been to Buffalo in December.
So, because you remember, John Clark came out and said there's mutual interest.
Yeah.
Which makes a lot of sense. The Eagles have a need at corner, even if Dory Jackson, even if they're not handing him the starting job. I would like to have Darius Slay back here. I don't even know how he's played this year. I mean, he got released, but still, there's a certain comfort level with bringing him in.
He knows the building. He knows the culture. He knows where the showers and the bathrooms are and the parking and all that.
They're comfortable with
got familiarity. Yeah.
Right. So mutual, which means he also would like to come back.
And he knows what Vic Fangio wants him to do.
Knows the defense.
Yeah.
No, everybody knows what they're getting. He
Thinks
knows
it's
what
the
he's
best
getting
place
in
for him.
Philly. So how do you think this works out?
They end up removing the claim.
And then he goes to Philly.
And he ends up coming here, yeah. And maybe there's some compensatory thing that they send there.
But you can't make a trade. So they wouldn't be able to do that.
No, they can't.
Right?
You're
Which is the first thing
past trade deadline.
Which is the first thing I thought was like, well, why wouldn't they just give a seventh round
round.
draft pick? But they can't because of the trade deadline.
Yeah. They'd have to release him and he'd have to clear waivers again.
So here's what I if I was the Bills.
It's murky territory.
If I was the Bills, I'd be like, yeah, all right, well, I guess you're retiring from football because we claimed you on waivers and you're just not going to the
Yeah, you're either going to play here or you're not going to play at all.
Right? I mean, that's what I would do.
Because you don't want to set the precedent, too.
No.
That a guy can dictate this. So.
This isn't Buffalo Sports Talk Radio, but for me, my big takeaway from this is, wow, this is not as sexy to play for a team that was one of the Super Bowl favorites beginning of the season as it could be. Like, they're 7th right now in the AFC. Like, he gets claimed there. If you're trying to ring chase at the end of your career, that's not a bad spot to get claimed.
Right.
you
This
would
isn't
think.
this isn't a team that's on the outside looking in the playoffs. This isn't a team with a bad quarterback. This isn't a team whatever. But like as we learned with Shady, people don't really want to play up in Buffalo. Or at least a lot of guys don't.
Yeah.
He's also represented by Drew Rosenhaus. This to me feels like a Drew Rosenhaus saying like, all right, here's what we do, Darius. Because I mean, is he really ready not to play anymore this year? He could come back next year and get a 1-year contract for not a lot of money.
Even if he doesn't play the rest of this year, he can.
He can, but
it's better if he does.
He's also not playing the rest of this year.
Yeah.
Right? Like, he doesn't want to get in. So I guess he'd rather sit out the rest of the year than play in Buffalo. Is he really willing to do that? I guess it. So when he says
Drew thinks he can force the hand here to get him to hear something.
So he didn't say he's not. He's saying he's going to evaluate what he wants to do. So is this where he threatens not to, like, I'm going to retire, and then then the Bills say, okay, like, who's calling the bluff here?
Well, Rosenhaus is taking a calculated risk here because it's always dangerous to say my player's thinking about retirement. 'Cause you know the old saying, once you think about retirement, you've already kind of retired.
Yeah. I don't think he's actually wants to retire.
No, he doesn't. So
it'll be interesting to see how this plays
called
out.
on this bluff.
Yeah, for sure. All right, coming up, back in the Eagles and Nick Wright. So Nick Wright laid out a collapse path for the Eagles based on his lack of faith in the infrastructure that the Eagles have going on right now. Plus, Nick Sirianni spoke to the media about figuring out the tush push and dealing with adversity right now. We'll play all that for you coming up next. Middays with Marks, 97.5 The Fanatic. All right, let's talk about your hair. All right, Morgenstern Hair Restorations, the hair team. I've been with them for over 10 years. I had a hair restoration procedure. My hair looks great. If you're watching on YouTube, if you go to my Instagram, my Twitter, whatever it is, you can see what my hair looks like. And I can't just tell you that they're great. The results are the proof, right? That's Morgenstern Hair, the most experience and the most success when it comes to hair. So maybe you've been out there and you're in the algorithm, the hair algorithm on Facebook or Instagram, to where you're getting all these ads and you're seeing people that are like, hey, I used this shampoo. Look how great my hair is. You think shampoo's doing that? Trust me, Morgenstern Hair's got something for you. Over 30 years of experience when it comes to hair restoration. So if you want to get your hair back, and you heard me talking about Morgenstern Hair, trust me, this is the place to go. I can even hand you off to my friends over there, the hair team. If you want to DM me, slide into my DMs or email me. Just check me out. It's at John, Jon Marks, Marks Media. I can answer questions. I have pictures. When I had the procedure done, I took pictures to document everything. You can see what my hair actually looks like in real shots, not professionally done to make my hair look better. This is what my hair looks like. Or you can go to their website, morgensternhair.com. That's Morgan with an E, morgensternhair.com. Or call their office at 610-980-4000 and tell them John Mark sent you.
Unfiltered with Ricky Bo.
What is going on back there?
It's a dumbass question.
My freaking mind. We better figure it. So much good.
I don't like tardiness. What's the matter with you?
This is bad. This is very, very bad. What is going on back there?
How about that?
Hello. Hello. Huh?
That's what happens with these breaks and when I have to take a leak. And Jason was in the bathroom, too. There you go.
Oh.
How about that?
How about that?
How about that?
When's your next play-by-play, Ray?
Tuesday.
What do you got?
It's Temple Georgian Court.
Huh?
Men's basketball. Yes. Yes, I'm learning just along with you about Georgian Court.
Georgian Court? I feel like I should have learned about that in history.
So, hold on, is that like New Jersey Institute of Technology?
Believe it is a New
level?
Jersey school.
It's in. I thought it was in Georgia.
Georgian Court.
Georgian Court. Hold on a second. Georgian Court University in Lakewood, New Jersey. Is this one of these new manufactured university? It has 17 Google reviews.
Oh, well, there you go.
Oh, so hold on. Do they really need to get wins by putting these tomato cans on the schedule? I know they can't beat any good teams. Sorry, Ray. I know you're tight with Temple.
I'm only wearing the sweatshirt right now.
No, the main campus was built in 1899. Why have I never heard of this before?
You don't frequent what? Lakewood? Where is it?
I mean, listen, would you consider 1,800 students, 1,612 students a large university, Jason?
No. Not.
Okay.
I went to Penn State, which is quite the large university.
Is this, so it's Mount St. Mary. Okay.
Oh, and they changed the name.
They changed the name. It's not Mount St. Mary anymore. I was going to say,
it's like Beaver College?
Right.
Which they changed to what?
Arcadia.
Arcadia University.
You know why they changed it, Ray? From Beaver to Arcadia?
Why did they change it?
Because websites were blocking it.
Because the internet, when the internet came up, when you put in Beaver, there was
an insinuation you may be looking for something different.
I figured that was the direction we were going to go with that. How about that?
See, I lived on Beaver Avenue in Beaver Terrace at Penn State.
And my
so there was a lot of Beaver on my mind.
Yes, as always. All right, there you go. So what are we going to start? We went Nick Wright.
Nothing like Beaver Stadium.
Beaver Stadium. Yep. It might.
Surprised they haven't changed the name to all this stuff.
No, I guess they don't care.
College Ave and Beaver Ave. I lived on Beaver Ave.
Arcadia couldn't. Like Penn State
couldn't navigate it.
Yeah, Penn State's fine because they're Penn State. Yeah, the Arcadia wasn't able to do it. So Nick Wright on what's his show that he's on? Nick Wright. I mean, first things first.
Yeah, first things first.
All right. Well,
yeah.
Nick Wright, who
good for him.
Yeah, Nick Wright, who, by the way, I don't believe anything he says because he's in the take business. But here's Nick Wright talking about the Eagles.
I have so little faith in the Eagles' infrastructure, even though I have so much faith in the overall talent of the roster.
All right, stop it. Does he talk like that in real life? I have so lack of trust in the Eagles' infrastructure. Sounds like he's eating. He sounds like Beth Mowens. You ever hear Beth Mowens do the play-by-play? Sounds like she's eating a sandwich. He sounds like he's eating a sandwich. All right, go ahead.
I could see them winning their next two, and then at the Commanders, getting clipped with Jaden being back. That's a divisional road game. At the Bills in a game the Bills need, and then finding themselves in, oh, my God, we're at home in Week 18, where if we win the division, and if we lose, the Cowboys win the division.
Yeah, he's right.
I can't listen to him.
We said it yesterday. He's right. So the Cowboys, if you look at their schedule, I think you're going to need 11 wins to win the division.
Okay.
Eagles are at 8 right now.
Yeah.
So if they lose to the Chargers, so the Chargers, Raiders, Commanders, Bills, Commanders.
Commanders again, yeah.
That's the 5 they have left. What do you have going in those 5 games? This week, if they win,
winning.
If they win this week, they win the division.
I have them winning this week. I have them beating the Vegas, splitting with the Commanders, worst case scenario, and losing to Buffalo.
Okay. Yeah, I
so 2 losses.
I have them. Man, I don't know if they're winning this week.
I think they are.
I really.
I like them this week.
I don't know, man. This feels like too much of 2023 to me. It really does. I mean,
I'm taking a leap, but yeah.
This week is the season.
What does Dallas have left?
Dallas is going to tonight.
Detroit.
Tonight, Dallas.
Huge game.
Tonight, I believe tonight's going to determine the season for them.
Yeah.
If they win tonight, they can win the division.
Yeah, because they have Minnesota at home the week after. It's in Detroit tonight.
Win.
Then they have Los Angeles, the Chargers, at home.
Tough game, but at home.
Yep. Then they go on the road against Washington on Christmas Day.
And we've seen them lose games like that before, but they should win it.
And they end up losing their playoff spot in New York against the Giants for the final game.
Wouldn't that be great?
It would be hilarious.
That'd be so poetic. But you would think 4-1 would be reasonable.
Maybe.
They go 3-2. That gives them.
They need help.
They need help.
Yeah, they need help.
Big time help because they're not getting in as a wild card.
Yeah.
Because San Francisco's the last playoff spot. They have 9 wins right now.
Yeah. I feel bad for the people that work at the Dallas Stadium. They got to work on Thanksgiving and on Christmas.
Yep.
Every
year.
To me, that ain't right.
Every year, at least Thanksgiving.
At least Thanksgiving, okay. But, and Christmas?
And Christmas.
I hope they're getting 2.5 times pay. And dipping right into old Jerry's wallet.
What do we want to play from Sirianni? We got time for one cut. The tush push or none of it? We don't have to play any.
I mean, he's playing the hits. Is really what it was. This was a presser where he's tush push. We drill it like it's an inside zone. You got to be better at it. Adversity, you have to tune out the noise.
Coach speak 101.
Yeah. It's why I don't want to play him because he doesn't ever say anything. If he says something, there are times we're going to take it because it's worth taking it.
There's an urgency.
Day after, it's always worth taking it for sure. But on this right here, he just never says anything.
Yeah.
No, and it really feels like their blood isn't out right now to find out whether he's changed play callers because he's answered the question so many times that they know that he's got the PR answer ready for him.
They're not getting anything new. Nothing new has happened. I like the Cowboys to win tonight outright. The momentum
outright
3. The Lions are favored by 3. The point spreads really doesn't give you any insight. If it was the Lions were only favored by 1, that'd be a Dallas line. If the Lions were favored by 5, that'd be a Lions line.
Yeah, but it's not.
3's right down the middle, so it's Vegas is saying it's a toss-up, right?
Yeah.
I like the Cowboys because the momentum right now.
They got some mojo.
The Cowboys are playing their best football of the season. The Lions aren't.
No, they aren't.
They can change any week.
Yeah.
But right now, I'd have to pick the Cowboys.
Yeah.
You hate to say it.
Yeah, and I'm not going to.
All right.
How about that?
Let me do it. Oh, I've been on fire with my picks.
Is that right?
Oh, man.
Oh, wow.
My Bet Parks play of the day.
Yeah.
I had the Sixers minus, 13 the other night? Nailed that. I had the Monday night game. Nailed that. Actually, I hit my parlay on Monday night, too. I had Drake May 2+ touchdowns and the Patriots.
Nice.
For the cover on that one.
There you go.
Nailed it.
Attaboy.
Hopefully I'm wrong tonight. Nothing would make me happier than a Lions win.
What do we got in the 1 o'clock hour?
So coming up next, we have Flyer in the envelope.
Do you have the player yet?
I do not.
You don't?
Guess I should get to that. So what we do is we put a Flyers player in the envelope, and then people are going to call in.
You want me to pick the player?
You pick the player.
All right.
You know what? I'm going to play. You do it.
Okay.
So you're calling in 610-632-0975. Jason is going to put a flyer in the envelope, a Philadelphia Flyer in the envelope. You ask a yes or no question. Jason answers. So in other words, I'd say, is he a defenseman? Jason has to say yes or no, and then I get a guess at who it is.
Yep.
The first person on the air that corrects the flyer that correctly picks the flyer in the envelope will win the pair of Flyers tickets and the itty bitty gritty.
Sweet.
All right, and then we have a lot of other stuff coming up in the 1 o'clock hour, including the top 100 music videos of all time.
Love it.
All right, and a lot more. That's coming up next. Middays with Marks, 97.5 The Fanatic.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
Addressing the criticism, I'm Ray Dunn with this Fanatic Sports Update. As the Eagles offense continues to struggle, the man at the helm of that offense, the play caller, Kevin Patullo, continues to face criticism. When he met with the media this week, he spoke about how he deals with it.
You know the pressure's there, but we all accept it because we ultimately want to be at the highest part of our coaching career and continue to working through that, and this is part of it. It's a challenge, and so it's very unique and it's fun.
It's a challenge for this offense to do a lot right now. They're trying to answer the bell on Monday night against the Los Angeles Chargers. We spoke to James Palmer earlier on in the show. You can listen to that back on our website or the Fanatic app. The Flyers last night won over the Buffalo Sabres 5-2. They had 3 goals in 59 seconds. That stretch coming in the first period put them ahead, and they didn't look back from there. 76ers at Xfinity Mobile Arena tonight against the Warriors at 7 o'clock. You can catch that game right here on the Fanatic. This update is brought to you by O'Keefe's Working Hands Hand Cream. Cold weather wearing on your hands? Try O'Keefe's Working Hands. You'll see visible results in one use and guaranteed relief for dry, cracked hands. O'Keefe's Working Hands, America's #1 hand cream. I'm Ray Dunn on your home for the Sixers Flyers. And the best birds talk in town, 97.5 The Fanatic and 97.5thefanatic.com.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Are you a Chili Peppers fan?
I got to be in the mood for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a taste I haven't fully acquired, but there's some of it I really like. I like the guitars of John Frusciante. I think he's great.
Oh.
And Flea is a freak, but it's the vocal that I have a hard time with.
So it's Anthony Kiedis.
Yeah. It's not for me.
No, like it's
Some
good.
of it's really good, but
They've been doing it a long time.
Yeah.
I don't know if they
were a lot of hits.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. All right, Jason, we're going to play, and this is great because it takes the pressure off of me because you are, after all, Mr. Flyer. You have your daily, what's the daily podcast called?
Flyers Daily with Jason Martinez.
And how do you find that?
On Apple, iTunes, Spotify. It's on YouTube as well.
Wherever you find
Video
your
version of
podcasts.
it.
I'm sure you put it out on your social media and things like that.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, we had Sam Ersson was a guest on today's show.
Nice.
Right off the ice last night after the dub.
Pre and post game, big win for the Flyers last night. So Jason has taken the steering wheel. We're playing for a pair of Flyers tickets against the Golden Knights along with an itty-bitty gritty. So you need to get in right now. 610-632-0975. 610-632-0975. You can actually win. You ask a yes or no question, and then Jason's going to answer it. Say, yes or no, like no or yes, right?
Was
like,
he a forward?
So let me start it off.
All right.
All right. So I'm going to say, is he a current Flyer?
No.
And is it Rod Brindamore?
No.
There you go. And then you get whacked. And then it's the next caller.
It's a deductive reasoning contest.
So a lot of times you may be taking the hit for the team by narrowing it down, asking if it's defenseman, current, or whatever. But that's what you got to do. You can always call back in.
Yeah.
At 610-632-0975.
Take a guess, hang up, and call back.
610-632-0975. I will control the calls, but you will give the yes or no on it. I'm going to play along at home as well.
All right.
610-632-0975.
Let's give you another question.
All right, so hold on. So in addition to the tickets, you're also getting the Itty Bitty Gritty. And you can shop the latest Itty Bitty Gritty outfits and accessories at Gritty's Chaos Factory at Xfinity Mobile Arena. And, of course, you can get all your Flyers tickets at PhiladelphiaFlyers.com. All right, let me try another one. Is he a goalie?
Yes.
Oh!
That's a smart question when you're asking me.
Wow. All right, well, I feel like that I've really narrowed this down. So,
to about 65 guys.
Well, yes. All right, we're going to start off with Mike from Springfield, Delaware County. Mike, what's your question?
Hey, John, I was just calling in to see if I could get those Flyers tickets, man.
Yeah, I'm going to put you on hold for a second. All right, everybody, we're ready to start the contest. 610-632-0975. You're going to ask a yes or no question.
Here's what's been asked.
Jason's going to answer.
It is not a current Flyer, but it is a goaltender, the most important position in sports.
Let's go to Jim in Collegeville. Jim, what's your question? Oh, what's going on? Bob in Marlton. Bob, what's your question?
Was he a defenseman?
Is he a defenseman after we all established he's the goalie, Jason?
That would be no.
What's your guess?
Sergei Bobrovsky.
No.
Is it Bob? It is not. All right. So everybody, it's important that you also listen at home so you know exactly what the questions are being asked.
So it's not a current Flyer, it is a goalie, and it's not Bobrovsky.
It's not Bob. Let's go to Stevie. Stevie's in Rivertown, New Jersey. Stevie, what's your question?
My question, well, you already answered the question. I'm just going to take a guess and say Bernie Perron.
Is it Bernie Perron? No, it is not.
No. See, but you want to ask the question. Like, ask when they're playing.
Yeah, you can help whittle it down.
Did he play pre-2000s? Did he play in the 2010s? Like, don't pass up the question, people. Matt in Jersey. Matt, what's your question?
My question is, did he play, let's say, early 2000s?
Not early 2000s. I wouldn't classify it as early.
You need to be a little bit more specific. So you have to be like, did he play prior to 2010 or did he play? Because early 2000s might mean something different.
2000 to 03 or 04, that would probably be.
Well, how
didn't
about
play here then?
2010?
Did he play here in 2010? No.
No, from 2000 to 2010.
Yes.
Oh.
He was in that decade.
All right. What's your guess?
My guess? I'm going to say
3 seconds. That's
Robert Esch. No, it is not Esche.
Let's go to Anthony and Delco. Anthony, what's your question?
Did he play from 2000 to 2005?
No.
Ooh.
Not here.
What's your guess?
I was gonna say, is it Ron Hextall?
No.
Is it Ron Hextall? Matt in Medford. Matt, what's your question?
Does his first name start with R?
No.
Michael Neuber.
No.
Incorrect. All right, 610-632-0975. I feel like we've whittled it down.
Okay, no Bernie, no Neuwirth, no
Who's
Robert
that?
Esch, no Robert Hextall.
Norworth.
Ron Hextall. He was a goalie they had that would play really
Backup?
well but couldn't stay healthy. There was kind of back and forth with Steve Mason in those years.
Oh, Mace. All right. Stephen Perkisey. Steve, what's your question?
Did he play from 06 to 2012?
He was here in that period of time, correct?
The Universe. Who was the Universe? Mr. Universe. I can't think of his last
That was
name.
Brizgalov, and no, it's not Ilya Brizgalov.
Greg and Ballard Kidwood. Greg, what's your question?
Is he white?
Yes. So it's not Ray Emery.
That's who I was thinking. Brian Boucher.
Is it Boosh?
Nope. Got some people stumped here. I feel like we're getting closer, though. There's probably someone out there that's yelling at the radio that he knows who it is.
I could, drop a great hint.
No, not yet. Dylan in Northeast Philly. Dylan, what's your question?
Did he play for another team before the Flyers?
Yes. And after.
Is it Marty Biron?
Is it Marty Biron?
Marty Biron, you win, Dylan.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Marty's going to be so happy that I made him the flyer in the envelope. Yes, Marty Biron played as a member of the Flyers, came here at the end of the 06-07 season at the behest of current general manager Daniel Briere.
Really?
Yes, and then signed here and played 62 games in 07-08, had a good year, a .918 save percentage. 55 games the next year with a .915, and the year after that, he was moved on to the Islanders. All said and done for the Flyers, played 133 games.
All right.
Started 112 with a .915 save percentage.
Dylan, who are you bringing to the game with you, bud?
7 goose eggs.
I'll be taking my wife.
Nice.
She hasn't been to a Flyers game since she was like a little girl.
Oh, man.
Sweet.
Well, congrats. That makes me very happy. Hang on a second, buddy. Congratulations. Thanks for listening.
Sorry,
man.
it's actually the other way around. He came here and he got Briere to sign here.
Oh.
That's what it was.
Martin Ballon.
Yeah, and Briere ended up signing here after that year, which was one of the worst years in Flyers history, if not the worst. And, yeah. And he's a great guy. One of the most normal, well-spoken goalies you'll ever find. Crazy eyes. But
Normally
great
goalies
guy.
are kooky.
Very. They can
You're a
be.
goalie.
Yeah. Look, who's going to choose that position, right? Yeah, you get scored on, you make a mistake, everybody points at you, and a horn goes off when you're on the road. They
Right.
tell you suck.
Right.
So, yeah, Marty Biron.
All right, you got 90 seconds to talk about the game last night. Big win for the Fly Guys.
Huge win last night. As a matter of fact, I thought Erson was great last night. You see a 5-2 final, you tend to think, the offense just carried it. No, he was really good in the game. And they bounced back really well from a 5-1 loss against Pittsburgh on Monday. You don't want one to turn into two.
Yeah.
And the task at hand next, though, John, is mightier than the sword, as they say. The Colorado Avalanche this year, who they play on Sunday afternoon, next game, the Colorado Avalanche have played 26 games. They've lost one game in regulation.
That's almost impossible.
It's unreal. But Colorado plays tonight. Colorado plays Saturday in New York, and then they play here Sunday. The Flyers' next game is Colorado on Sunday afternoon. So they play twice before even playing the Flyers.
So you're telling me it's a chance? Outright.
I'm telling you, well, we'll see. I mean, that team is an absolute friggin' wagon.
Nice.
So, Nate McKinnon, Cale Makar, the odds-on obvious favorite for the Cup, but it'll be a lot of fun. 1 o'clock on Sunday at Xfinity Mobile Arena.
So at home, too.
Yeah, pick up your tickets. I mean, you want to see a spectacle? Like I say, go see McDavid.
So it's this game Sunday.
This Sunday at 1 o'clock.
Ooh.
Eagles don't play until
Monday.
Monday.
Yeah, Monday. So there's a chance to go.
Yeah. So head down. It'll be a great time.
PhiladelphiaFlyers.com for tickets.
Absolutely.
And they get I know they have the Flyers Santa pack that they sell, which is awesome.
Yep. So it's going to be fun. It's been a lot of fun down there lately. Like the teams, like this
They're
Zegers
fun. Yeah,
having a blast. I interviewed him after the first period last night, and he's just all smiles. He scored this really weird goal, and and I just kind of threw away my last question. I said, "You're having a good day. Like, he's here with buddies,
Yeah.
He grew up with Cam York,
Right.
he lived with Jamie Drysdale in Anaheim. It's a good group. They're having fun, and Mishkov is heating up, so it's been a lot of fun.
All right, coming up, a potential backup plan to Kyle Schwarber. Let's hit some hot stove conversation and another in-depth John Heyman report.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, sure. All right, we'll play that up for you coming up next. Middays with Marks, 97.5 The Fanatic.
Philadelphia is a sports city full of.
All right, we're back. It is Middays with Marks. As the guys are coming up next, Bill Colarulo, Ricky Bo, Unfiltered. But we do have some breaking Eagles news. From Adam Schefter. Eagles defensive tackle Jalen Carter out for Monday after undergoing a procedure this past Monday on both of his shoulders.
On both?
Carter now is undergoing treatment on both shoulders and will be considered week to week to return. Carter wanted to be as close to 100% as possible for the playoff run.
Ooh.
Fangio was talking about, do we have Fangio? Here's Fangio yesterday talking about Jalen Carter's injuries.
Yeah, he does have a shoulder issue. He's been playing with it. Late in the game, he had a great play with it. But, yeah, it's definitely something there.
Yeah, that's an
Vic.
understatement. Yeah, but if you think about it, after the game on Friday, it's just like, where the hell was Jalen Carter?
Yeah.
Like that team got manhandled.
Yeah,
now
they
we know
pushed around.
now we know where Jalen Carter was. He had
This is concerning.
2 shoulders?
2 shoulders, not 1, not 2. Oh, my goodness. And he's such an important part because of the bandwidth that he absorbs on that D-line. Ugh, that's not good.
Nope.
That is not good at all. That makes me rethink this game on Monday a little bit.
Well, and you're right. It makes everybody around him better, and it's not just that. Now, who's the guy that steps up? Because Ojobo's good. He's also he's a good Milton Williams type third player.
He's not Jalen Carter.
Not against
close.
the run. He's not.
Yeah.
I think they rely on him more for the pass rushing than that. Jordan Davis, when he's good, he's good. When he's not, he's not.
Yeah, he can be on a milk carton sometimes, and without Jalen Carter next to him. I wonder about that.
I wish they had.
Although he was good earlier in the year.
He was. I wish they had Booker now. Remember they traded Booker for
Yeah.
Bennett? And I saw Booker playing the last Raiders game. At least I heard his name.
I have some Eagles news for you, too. Tom Pelissaro put out a tweet saying that 6-time Pro Bowler Darius Slay, blah, 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 is contemplating retirement after he was cut by the Steelers and claimed by Buffalo. And Ian Rappaport quote tweeted and said, the Eagles put in a claim. Have to wonder if this was the plan. Now, we all know Ian Rappaport doesn't put that out without knowing. Have to think this was the plan. That's exactly what you heard, and you're in cahoots with Rosenhaus
Of course.
and Howie Roseman here. So, I mean, they're all lackeys and an extension of the PR arm and management.
Sure, yeah, no, they're pawns.
So what we speculated earlier is absolutely what's trying to be manipulated, facilitated, whatever you want to call it, to get Darius Slay here.
Yep.
He knows the Eagles were interested.
Will
Bills
work?
claimed him prior to the Eagles claiming him because they had the claim first.
Right before him. Yep.
So now you got a situation.
Ray, how you feeling after the Jalen Carter news?
Not great. Certainly not feeling good in here. Been trying to keep myself above water all week about this team, and every time I find myself like, you know what? Monday night, they're going to figure it out. They're going to turn this thing back around. 2 shoulders? 2 of them?
2.
How do you have a procedure on both shoulders?
Yeah, we knew the one. He missed time earlier in the season with it, right?
He had 2 slings?
Like, exactly. And it's one procedure. It's 2 different shoulders. How is it just one procedure?
All right, so by the way, when you're here week to week, he's not playing next week either.
No way.
When he says that he wanted to be as close to 100% as possible for the playoff run, I'm not saying he's out for the rest of the regular season. I don't believe that.
Yeah.
But it seems far-fetched that he's going to come back next week.
Yeah, I would on a short week.
No, you're right.
It's a long week for him, obviously, because he's going to be out. But do you feel like you're kind of like trying to get the water out of a boat with a spoon or a fork at this point? You know what I mean? A sinking boat.
What's the next thing to happen?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
all right, so
the offensive line's so banged up, and
if there were 2 players on the line that you can't afford to lose, who are they?
Well, Lane Johnson.
Lane Johnson. Oh, he's out.
Yeah, and I mean
Jalen Carter.
Jalen Carter is the other one. Yeah, I mean they're their best player on each side of the ball, and you're out both of them right now.
Wow.
And Lane's not coming back anytime soon, and we don't know that Carter's coming back anytime soon.
Nope.
This is Eagles fans that we've had the conversation for years. If they win a Super Bowl, I'll be fine for 10 years. Well, you may have to be fine for at least this year.
Yep.
And be satiated by what happened last year.
Yeah, I won't be fine for 10 years, but
no.
With the injuries they're having this year, you just like you had just said.
Chalk it up.
You just said it. You're like, all right, maybe this just isn't going to happen. Maybe I have to realize that it's not going to happen.
Yeah, this boat is sinking, and I'm not going to be able to get the water out with a fork to prevent it from sinking.
All right. Well, that's the latest from Adam
That
Schefter.
sucks, man. That sucks.
Yep.
Damn it.
Yep. All right.
This is bad. This is very,
Stephen
very
A.
bad.
Yeah. So
give me that new doc cut again.
That's a good one. He's still got to put it on the board.
Oh, I'm
So
sorry.
he's
I
gotta
thought
find
he
it.
had that.
So here we go again.
Yeah.
It is. Here we go again.
Here we go again.
With the Eagles. All right. So hot stove. The owners' meetings are Monday. They start Monday. So there's been a lot of speculation that a guy like Kyle Schwarber could be one of the first to go off the board, one of the big names to go off the board.
Yeah.
So that is on Monday. But there is a lot of talk about Kyle Schwarber and who's interested and how much money it's going to cost.
And this
whatever.
may happen faster than we thought.
Yeah, I mean, if he signs next week, it's a lot faster than people thought.
Because it's not March.
Right, right. I don't think he goes to March or February, but, I mean, you do a lot of times the winter meetings. Like Cliff Lee, I believe, was around the winter meetings. That was mid-December.
Yeah.
We're getting close to that. Anyway, John Heyman, who, John Heyman, big-time insider for Major League Baseball. Here's what John Heyman had to say about Kyle Schwarber.
Teams in on Schwarber. Got to give Ken Rosenthal credit for mentioning the Reds.
Hang on a second. Yeah, definitely got to give him credit. I mean, no one's talked about the Reds and Kyle Schwarber.
Come on.
First time I'm hearing that, Ray. Got to give Ken Rosenthal credit.
I had no idea. They had him throw out the first pitch because I thought they were just excited to see the season he was having.
I hadn't heard that before, but I'm glad Heyman mentioned that you have to give Rosenthal credit.
Yeah.
Thank you, John. All right, continue.
I do believe the Reds are interested. I tried that a couple days ago, check in there, and I got the result was it looks like it's going to be very expensive for us, which isn't a surprise. Didn't mean they weren't interested, but they are indeed interested. So that's a big development. He is from.
What the hell is he saying?
He's saying nothing. Yep.
Don't worry,
just
there's 20 more seconds.
Oh, my God.
The Reds are interested, but they said it's going to be real expensive. When someone says that, oh, man, he's going to be really expensive, that's not a team that's primed to outbid anybody to get the player.
Exactly. And he goes, I checked in there, and they didn't seem interested, but it's going to be very expensive. But good on Ken Rosenthal for saying they're going to be interested. What the hell did he just say?
Well, let's hear more.
From the Cincinnati area. Could that be a lure? Probably to some degree. The Reds are an improved team. They did make the playoffs. I've got to think that he likes that idea, but why wouldn't you like the idea of returning to Philly as well? So, I mean, I don't know if we're going to name favorites, but certainly Philly and the Reds are two big teams in on Schwarber.
There you go.
Thanks for taking the time out of your day to waste mine. Jeez, what was that?
All right, so here's how Kyle Schwarber goes to the Reds or to, I won't say Boston. It would have to be more money, I think, to go to Boston, but I believe the Red Sox are in. That makes a lot of sense. Even with the Reds being a hometown team, you know how you get Kyle Schwarber if you're the Reds? Remember what the Phillies did with Jim Thome? They made him an offer he couldn't refuse.
They brought him into town. They wined him and dined him and didn't let him leave.
And they kept adding on the years and the money because they knew they had to not only give him the biggest offer by far.
He was symbolic
right
of a different time.
The Indians were still good. The Phillies needed him to go into Citizens Bank Park. Last year at the Vet, going to Citizens Bank Park. So they needed him. If the Reds really wanted Kyle Schwarber, you give him a 7 or an 8 year contract.
Yeah.
And guess who doesn't say no?
Schwarber.
It's an offer you can't refuse. Yeah. If you're a team like the Reds, you need to make him an offer he can't refuse because the Phillies are going to be willing to pretty much match whatever's out there.
Unless you go to depths they aren't willing to go to. And you're so right about Jim. I remember that vividly. I mean, Thome went to a Flyers game, was in the box. He got a standing ovation.
Remember when he went to the Vet and they had all the the union workers that were shaking his hand and they had their lunchbox out.
Yeah,
and he was like, "Yeah, my dad was a union member," and like
he couldn't say no.
Couldn't say no.
He could, and he was great for it.
And the players' union was on him because he couldn't pass up the deal.
Yeah,
and he was under a lot of pressure,
setting the market.
Yeah, yep.
For
he was under
many other players,
a lot of pressure to do it.
Yeah.
So if you want Kyle Schwarber, go out there and give him an 8-year contract. They're not going to do that. If John Heyman's they're saying, oh, well, he's going to be really expensive, that's not a team that's primed to go out and to give an offer that he can't refuse.
Yeah.
He ain't going anywhere, folks.
Well, good on you for figuring out what the hell John Heyman just said, because I have no clue.
Yep, that's what he said.
Believe it or not, both the Reds and Phillies are interested in Kyle Schwarber being a part of their team next year.
Maybe.
More
this
coming
just
up next.
Holy cow. Could he hedge the bet anymore?
And shout out to Ken Rosenthal, because without Ken connecting those dots. Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, because Heyman checked in and he said he was going to be expensive. No S, Sherlock.
Journalism is still alive.
Do you think we can get John on the show? Would he come on the show?
Oh, man.
I'm quite sure neither him or Rosenthal are coming on the show.
Heyman was the one that did the agent thing, right? With Harper about is there a trade possibility there? Or was that Sherman? Whichever one
that was Sherman.
was very
that was
okay.
Sherman.
Yeah, Sherman was very quick to tell me, no.
Yeah,
I have
no
interest.
Joel Sherman's not very friendly. Heyman doesn't do it unless he gets paid. Rosenthal's a total D.
Yeah,
and
so arrogant.
And then you have Jason Stark, who's awesome.
Yeah, like Stark he's one of the best radio guests you'll ever get. You know this. He would send like research stuff to you before
he's so well
his
prepared.
hit. You're like,
what a pro.
And I've always said, everybody listens to Jason Stark's radio hits because you can take what he says, go to the water cooler at work, and sound like you know what the hell you're talking
He's
about.
so thoughtful. He's the best.
One of the best out there.
All right, coming up, Herb from Northeast Philly. And what about the top 100 music videos of all time?
Oh, I'm going to belt these out.
All right, that's coming up next. Middays with Marks, 97.5 The Fanatic.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
Jalen Carter out on Monday night for the Birds matchup with the Chargers. I'm Ray Dunn with this Fanatic Sports Update. We just got word from ESPN's Adam Schefter that Jalen Carter is out Monday night after having a procedure on both of his shoulders. He will not be going on injured reserve at this time. He's considered week to week as he tries to be 100% for the playoffs. But he is out for this Monday's game against the Los Angeles Chargers. Yesterday, Vic Fangio was talking with the media, was asked about Carter dealing with a shoulder injury.
Yeah, he does have a shoulder issue. He's been playing with it. Late in the game, he had a great play with it. But, yeah, it's definitely something there.
Yeah, there's definitely something there. That something is a procedure on both of his shoulders that's keeping him out Monday night against the Chargers. It's the latest in a long-running list of issues for the Birds. As for the Flyers, they won last night. They had 3 goals in 59 seconds during a stretch of the first period that powered them to a 5-2 win over the Buffalo Sabres. 76ers and Warriors tonight at 7 o'clock. That game you can listen to right here on The Fanatic. This update is brought to you by Straight Talk Wireless. Your favorite song shouldn't have to wait for Wi-Fi. Switch to Straight Talk and get real unlimited data on Verizon's 5G network. Straight Talk available at straighttalk.com or Walmart. I'm Ray Dunn on your home for the Sixers. Flyers are the best Birds talk in town. 97.5 The Fanatic and 97.5thefanatic.com.
All right, Middays with Marks. 1 o'clock hour brought to you by Morgenstern Hair Restorations. Great teams stick together. So does great hair. Morgenstern Hair Restoration championship results. Visit morgensternhair.com. Call 610-980-4000. I don't think this made the list.
Audio Slave?
Well, so
Top videos?
So it's actually top 50, not top 100.
Would a Soundgarden one be on there, like Spoon Man?
So here's what we're gonna do.
Good one.
I'm gonna quickly, because our time as always is limited here. I'm gonna give you 50 all the way down because that's too much to have to deal with.
Well, here, let me just fire off a few that I'm sure are in the top 20.
And let me say this real quick. This is video, not song. So a song like a song you may
suck, but they have good videos.
Correct, or it might be like a better video than a song, but these are videos, not just straight songs.
Yeah.
All right, so fire off some top ones.
All right. Well, Aha, Take on Me is going to be on there.
That's number 4.
Michael Jackson's Thriller.
Number 3.
Probably Billie Jean, too.
Number 2.
Ooh, really?
2, 3, and 4.
Whoa.
Now, Ray, do you remember MTV, like videos at all on MTV isn't a thing for you, huh?
No, it wasn't. MTV meant something totally different.
Reality TV.
Yeah. It meant Road Rules and all that crap.
Yep, pretty much.
Did you watch Road Rules?
No.
It meant Puck in the real world. Remember Puck?
But he's too young for that.
That's right.
No, Ray was born in 2000.
2000.
2000.
Me and Tyrese.
Oh, okay.
So Total Request Live was late 90s. That's what it was at its biggest in the late 90s.
About 02.
Right. So Ray doesn't even remember that.
Wow. Peter Gabriel's Sledgehammer.
Number 5. So you've gotten 2, 3, 4, and 5. I'm going to give you number 1 just because it's like silly. It is. And by the way, this is according to Yardbarker. You know, everybody loves the website Yardbarker.
They do.
Number 1, apparently. Number 1 is. I'm sorry, I'm trying to find it right. Bob Dylan's Subterranean Homesick Blues, 1967.
Yeah, no.
So it totally takes away from the spirit of what we're talking about. But I guess they made a video of it. And it's where he's holding all the signs and he's going through the signs.
Yeah.
Like somebody else remade. Yeah, and Excess did the same thing.
How about Madonna's got to be on there? Maybe Like a Prayer?
Not in the top 25.
Like a Virgin?
Madonna makes it, but makes it for Vogue at 9.
Okay, that's a good one. How about Buddy Holly by Weezer?
Correct. That is number 15, which was a fake Happy Days with a Fugazi.
Fake Arnold.
Yeah, but Fugazi Fonzie too. He's doing the Fonzie dance.
Yes. There was a huge video by the Dire Straits. Was it
Money for Nothing?
Yeah.
And you're not the top 25.
My MTV.
I love that.
Didn't make that. What about Whitesnake with Tawny Katane?
No.
She didn't make it for Dancing on the Jaguars?
I don't even know
Here
what
I
that
Go
is.
Again?
I don't even know what that is.
Here I go again on my... You don't remember Tawny Katane?
On My
She was
Own?
in Witchcraft.
I remember Tony Katane. Didn't she go crazy?
Yes.
She was married to Mark
Psycho.
Langston or
Yes.
something?
She threw a heel at
Yeah.
How about Bon Jovi? Are they on the list?
No.
No. Let me think.
I said,
November Rain by Guns N' Roses.
There's some really random ones on here where, with like lists, it's like, all right, like now you're just giving your favorite one. That doesn't deserve to be on the
Hungry
list.
Like the Wolves from Duran Duran.
All right, so FKA Twigs, Cellophane, number 50.
Never even heard of it.
Childish Gambino, This Is America. Jay-Z, The Story of OJ. Young Thug by Wyclef.
Maybe start at 1 and go from there.
That's what I'm saying. Like, there's a lot of them. I'm looking for ones on here that you mentioned. There's a Miley Cyrus. There's Gangnam Style.
Yes.
Which is a great song. I actually have it on my phone.
You do?
Yeah.
All right.
I do it. Lady
Is
Gaga.
Fatboy Slim on there?
It
He had
is
a huge video.
It is somewhere. Beyonce's on here. Red Hot Chili Peppers, Danny California's 40.
Under the Bridge has to be higher.
99 Problems by Jay-Z, 38. Britney Spears, Toxic, 37. There's a Johnny Cash song. White Stripes, Fell in Love with a Girl.
So Johnny Cash is Hurt, which is the cover song of Nine Inch Nails.
Right. Weapon of Choice is 34 for Fatboy Slim.
Fatboy Slim. Yeah.
That's a great video because that's with Christopher Walken.
Yes.
Dancing around in it,
Yes.
right?
Gaga's got to be on there. Bad Romance?
Bad Romance is on here. It's not top 25, though. What else do we have here? Missy Elliott, Fatboy Slim.
Is it Rain by Missy Elliott?
So, yes. Britney Spears, Baby One More Time's 26.
I remember that came out.
Now it's the top 25. Fiona Apple, Criminal.
Yes.
That's a great song, too.
Michael loved that one. Like you missed. She was a dirty
Yeah,
freak girl.
she's like a heroin.
Yeah, heroin chic.
Yeah. Janet Jackson, Got Till It's Gone. I don't remember that.
No.
Aphex Twin.
Never heard.
I don't know what that is. The Prodigy, Smack My Bitch Up, 22. Great song. I don't remember the video as much. Spice Girls, Sibo Matto, Sugar Water.
Never heard.
Me neither. How about this one? Jamiroquai, Virtual Insanity.
Yes, that was a great video.
That's
He
a
had
great
a crazy
video.
hat on.
Yeah.
He was on like treadmills.
Smashing Pumpkins, Tonight.
Good one.
16. As I mentioned, Buddy. How about 9 Inch Nails Closer, 14.
Yep, I want to bleep you.
All right, there's a Beastie Boys video on here.
Oh, it's got to be Sabotage.
13, correct.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
Listen, no, y'all with Sabotage.
So I don't know much about Tool. Prison Sex is 12.
Very dark.
All time?
Yeah, I was surprised it's not sober.
All right, 1993. Beck.
Oh, Loser.
I'm
a loser, baby.
11.
I love his Mutations album.
Number 10, Nirvana, Smells Like Teen Spirit.
Yeah.
Madonna, Vogue, we mentioned. Sinead O'Connor, 8.
Oh, Nothing Else Matters?
Yes. Janet Jackson, Rhythm Nation, 7. Remember she was dressed up it had like the black hat.
and white video.
Yeah. All right, there's number 6.
Yeah, great cans in that video.
Number 6 is the only one that you didn't mention.
Give me a hint.
Parody.
Weird Al Yankovic?
Yes.
No way. Is it the Beat It one?
It's Fat.
Oh, because I'm fat. That's right. I remember that. It's the parody of I'm Bad by Michael Jackson.
It was Fat.
Because I'm fat.
Is that even his best one, though? Against the video, it is. Amish Paradise, for me, is the best one.
That is a great one. I'm trying to think what other ones he did. I can't remember.
You know he still tours Weird Al.
Yeah. I'm
sure the crowd on that's a pretty cool crowd.
Yeah, who goes to see a band of a parody?
He's playing. Doesn't he play not the ukulele, the what's it called? Where you have it's like the piano on the
xylophone.
No, not a xylophone. What's it called, Ray? Where you have it has the keyboard and you're playing the do 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 do
xylophone, isn't it?
No,
I mean I know what you're going for here. It's a great visual. I understand what you're saying, but I got nothing for you on that one.
Okay. All right.
It is an accordion.
An accordion, yes. So Weird Al also. Do you remember the movie Weird Al was started?
I do.
It was actually a pretty good movie.
Yeah.
UHF.
He had Eat It was the song I liked.
Eat It was a good one too.
Just Eat It. He had Fat. Party in the CIA.
Party in the CIA was a good one too. I like that one. Amish Paradise was my favorite.
Another one, Rides the Bus. Polka Face.
Yeah, that was a good one too.
Oh, this guy's brilliant.
He really does have some
like
hits.
a surge. Smells like Nirvana.
Do you remember Smells Like Nirvana?
Yes.
The custodian was taking a donut out of the mop bucket, and I think it was the same. I think it was the same custodian from the video.
This one's great. Instead of my Sharona, my Bologna.
How would you say Weird Al is? Do the Jody Mac.
How old?
Do the Jody Mac birthday. Do you remember the birthday man Jody Mac thing?
No.
He did it with Glenn. When it was Mac and Mac, he'd go. So Glenn would give him all right, Weird Al Yankovic, how old is he?
Gotta be 70.
And Jody would have to go through it and get it by a year. So he'd say like, Weird Al Yankovic probably did Fat when he was, that's 1992. He would have been 26 when there.
Yeah,
Fast forward. He's 66 years old. And he would always get it right.
Yeah.
He's 66, Weird Al.
Wow, that's it? I thought he was older.
He should be older.
Oh, these are so funny. These songs, they bring back so many weird memories.
Amish Paradise I love. That was a good, but no, the Smells Like Nirvana was also a great video.
Yeah. These are great.
All right, coming up, YouTube chat recap and the rest of the show, maybe even Herb. That's coming up next, Middays with Marks, 97.5 The Fanatic.
Hey, everybody, it's Bill Calarulo, and coming up.
my grain, I take a look at my wife and realize she's very plain. But that's just perfect for an Amish like me. You know I shun fancy things like electricity. At 4:30 in the morning, I'm milking cows.
The video, I don't think the video doesn't do it justice if you don't see the video.
No, it doesn't sound as good when you can't see it.
But it's still good.
This dude's like got some crazy career out of these parodies.
Very smart.
Yeah, he's a wackadoo.
No, exactly, and that's why it works for him.
Yeah, so weird.
What's the hook? I want to hear the hook.
Oh, I love it.
Coolio Gangster's Paradise, of course, is the original.
Yes. So from Dangerous Minds,
with
the movie
Michelle Pfeiffer.
Oh, absolute rocket
She was
best Catwoman, right?
Well, no, she was prime. That was prime Michelle Pfeiffer.
Yeah,
because she played a teacher in a. It was almost like Stand and Deliver, but cinematically not as good of a movie.
She was phenomenal and an absolute rocket in Scarface. Early.
Well, geez, that's 1980.
Yeah, Brian De Palma film.
Yeah, she was.
I told you to tell him you was in sanitarium.
All right, Victoria Principal or
Pfeiffer.
Pfeiffer.
Oh no, man! I'm a huge Pfeiffer fan.
I was a big not the team, but I was a big Dallas fan. The show as a kid, and Victoria Principal was.
I was not a big Dallas fan.
You like Knots Landing?
I didn't watch any of those. I did meet, however, a Charlie's Angel.
No.
Yeah.
We don't even know her name.
Jacqueline.
don't know.
What was her last name? Jacqueline something.
I'm sure she was attractive.
Yeah, I have a picture with her.
But do you really?
Me and Cousin Ed went out there one year to the CBS thing, like a press junket, and I got these pictures of all these CBS show stars. Jacqueline, I can't remember her last name.
But hang on a second. Why was the 70s show?
Yes.
Jacqueline Smith.
Jacqueline Smith, yes. She was doing another show for CBS.
Well, I mean, if Farrah Fawcett was a Charlie's Angel, I mean, you're talking about.
Yeah.
You're talking about.
She still looked good.
Prime real estate in the 70s.
Yes. But I met Charlie Sheen there.
Oh, good God.
Yeah. Ted Danson.
Ted
doing
Danson.
This show.
Oh, my
Yes.
God. Ted Danson.
I'll bring up these pictures. I'll show you. They're pretty funny.
What year was this?
I think me and Ed were out there probably like 2001.
How was Ted Danson doing?
He was doing some TV show.
Some bad sitcom that.
Craig Kilborn was on CBS at the time. He was there at our junket, too.
Huh.
So, yeah. I'll find
because you were working CBS Radio, which was owned by CBS.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
Yes. So that's why they brought us out there to L.A.
Where they spun it off.
Randy Quaid was there.
Oh,
He was
love
doing
Randy
a TV
Quaid.
show. And, of course, we were like, Leaper's full.
Now, was he a guy that hated that? Or did he like...
He was fun with it.
Yeah?
No, he was totally fun with it. We had a great time.
Because like Steve Buscemi,
Uncle Eddie.
I mean, Mike actually interviewed Steve Buscemi. Like, don't ask him about Sopranos.
Really?
Oh no.
That's an outrage. That's one of his best characters.
I know it is, but no. Don't dumb him. Don't dumb him.
I got 64 pictures.
Don't dumb him down.
Amber Tamblyn, she was there.
I don't know who that is.
Dolores, that older lady. What's this lady?
Dolores rhymes with a female body part. Oh, Dolores! You
Yeah.
can show me.
This is way back in the day. Yeah. Cousin Ed and I were out there. Let's see who else is here.
All right, we did. Let me see it after we go to this right here. Go to Ray.
It's time for the YouTube chat recap.
How about filling us in? Let me tell you something else, man.
Watch us live on YouTube every single weekday.
I can't lie. Let me tell you something.
It's the Middays with Marks YouTube chat recap.
In these pictures, Jason has just a chin beard. You look like you're in Corn.
Joe Pantoliano.
Oh,
Ralphie Cifaretto.
Joey Pants.
Yeah.
All right, what do we got?
I just don't know what anyone wants Nick to do. He's not a play caller, and he's not on the field committing penalties. The players need to step up and play better. Cryptic from the YouTube chat.
I don't know, maybe become a play caller? You're an offensive coach. I mean, it's amazing how people will just say, like, oh, he's not a play caller. Okay, well, I mean, all right. So that means he's helpless? I don't know. All right, maybe he can't call plays.
Has he not been around football his entire life?
I don't know, man. I mean, at least stand up for your guy, even if he's not going to call plays. Please stand up. What's next?
I'm the dumbest coach in the world.
I woke up today smoking my Herb, hoping to hear 14 okays from Herb today. Miggs from the YouTube chat.
Okay. Well, he is on the line. Herb, how you doing, buddy?
What's up, Johnny Marks?
Nothing.
I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make.
No. Hold on a second. We're doing this. Go ahead, Ray. Go ahead.
Does Ray have the top, middle, or bottom bunk with his roomies? Lance from Arizona.
Would Ray be a top or a bottom bunk if he had a bunk bed with?
I think as a smaller guy, he can get on the top bunk rather easy. Like when we had our guy Brendan Petrillian here earlier, he's a bottom bunker. If that dude's on the top bunk, I'm not on the bottom.
Are you a top bunk guy?
I'm not touching any of this because I know for sure someone's turned this into a drop.
This is not. I'm not trying to use this for that. Have you ever slept in a bunk bed? I'm a top bunk guy.
Yeah, top bunk.
Okay,
You're a top bunk guy?
Yes.
That's such a pain in the rear end to get up there.
I've never had a bunk bed. I'm just saying based
Would you want one?
on the size and stuff.
You and your wife should get a bunk bed, and you can have separate climate zones.
I would have to be on top then. That's how it works. All right, what's next?
You guys say the fans are obsessed with Patullo, but dang, you are all obsessed with 2023. Everything this is too much like 2023, 2023, that, 2023. This, let it go. This is 2025, different story. Luis from Texas.
Guy sounds like a Cowboy fan.
I mean, okay, I hear you, but we're not supposed to look back 2 years when the season fell apart. Does this not feel like...
Oh, are we wrong for bringing that up when the team melted down 2 years ago and they're melting down right at the moment?
2023, they were winning a lot of games where it's like, man, they're finding ways to win. Earlier this season, they were finding ways to win. They weren't impressive. The offense was struggling. It's the same exact thing.
Yeah.
Does Herb feel like a bottom bunk guy or a top bunk guy?
He's an absolute bottom.
Right.
What do you say, Herb?
Herb, is that true?
I go down the bottom.
I knew it. I knew it.
All right. Any more of that, Ray?
Tuned into the show on YouTube, and I see Mark's drinking out of the pint Wawa bottle and Jason picking his teeth. Beautiful. Jeff from Pennsylvania.
It's not a pint. It's a half gallon.
That's a half. I do that all the time.
Yeah.
Like I'll drink. I get the big Snapple bottle that you get at the grocery store, the half and half.
Yeah.
I just drink right out of the bottle.
Yeah, I didn't have. Normally, I'll bring something smaller. I didn't have the opportunity. This was at home, so
now
I
I'm
just
picking
grabbed
my
it.
teeth again.
Is that it? Yep. YouTube chat recap. Herb, what do you got, buddy? How are you?
I tell you what I got.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm making a prediction right now.
Okay.
That Kyle Schwarber will be a Philadelphia Philly on December the 11th, a week from today.
All right. So if that does, so it'll be on December 11th. Or
Is he
it'll
still
be,
considered a Philly now, though?
December the 11th, he'll be a Philly for the next 6 years.
or what?
Okay.
Or what? What do you have to do if it doesn't happen? I mean, there has to be ramifications.
$195 million. Okay.
No, if he doesn't sign by December 11th, you should have to do a trick or something.
Come and clean my car.
So
The bottom of it.
By the way, Ray.
I'm coming up there Wednesday.
Yeah, Ray.
Day before. I'm coming up there Wednesday around 1 o'clock or so. Okay?
He told me.
At the studio. I'll be up there.
Okay.
So, yeah,
All
Ray,
right.
so put it on the calendar. Herb next Wednesday at 1 o'clock. You know
Make
why?
sure you let the security people know I'm coming up.
Okay.
But we'll tell you how to get in, and then we'll have to let you in. Do you know why he wants
What,
to?
that side entrance? What, the one
They
that's
get you in.
The center
where I
entrance.
saw you?
The center entrance.
lobby.
Although security may stop you because you will look at
the
it.
main lobby, the middle one in the middle.
I'll tell you what. We'll send Nate down, our associate producer Nate, to come down and meet
Yeah,
you.
that's cool.
Go ask
All right.
Court you up, Herb.
All right, Herb. Thank you. Herb wants to come in at 1 o'clock because he wants to chop it up with Ricky Bo. Two baseball guys just chatting.
Little winter meeting here at the at Bala.
He because if you ask Herb, he knows Ricky.
Oh, but if you ask Ricky,
I would say he doesn't know him. He would probably say he doesn't know him, but he says he knows Ricky.
okay.
But these are like, listen.
How about that?
Sometimes baseball guys, just chop it up, talking pitching.
Yeah.
Herb's an old catcher. Right.
Old thing.
So we'll see.
Yeah. I'll get you in.
It's baseball season, boys.
All right. So what do you got tonight? Prediction for tonight? What do you got? Just say it. Prediction for tonight? Jason?
Lions.
I'll go Cowboys.
So you
And a
think
squeaker.
So you'll take 3 points, but Cowboys went out right?
Yeah.
All right. Ray?
Give me the Lions. I'm going with my heart, man.
How about that?
I just want this thing to be over,
See,
man.
Ray doesn't realize that when he's not confident in what he says, the voice cracks when he says it. And the voice cracked back there.
Crack
He goes,
there.
the Lions.
He goes, "Give me the Lions."
You sound like
All
Coachy. Oh.
By the way, do we have any update on the cup incident, Cupgate?
No, we do not. Everyone's trying to clear their name right now.
Okay. I cleared.
What do you mean Cupgate?
Someone poked a hole in the water cups outside, and so when people were going to get water, it was just going through.
What, the cups in the office?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Also, your badge. It's back.
I got you the badge back.
Nobody took it. Where is it? Yeah, he has it in his pocket. He's going to take it again. My badge is back. Jason finally returns the badge.
I told Vito, I said, you going to be in Westchester? I'll give it to you. This was last Friday.
He told me.
Yeah.
It's all right. All right, coming up next.
All good.
Unfiltered.
Thanks, boys.
All right, we'll talk to you later, Sam.
Now,